Exactly. And not only cigarettes, everything else, too.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, we don't have time for all that. All right. That's the very dateable secondhand Cindy.
We love you, Cindy.
Always good to hear from you. We love it when you call the show. She loves cigarettes. Loves us. Those are her two biggest vices in this world.
106.7 FM.
You're making broadcast history by witnessing the miracle of
Klein, Alley Show. Mornings. The world famous KROQ.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, and you've tuned into the Klein and Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning. Welcome to your Tuesday here at KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. Thanks for waking up and hanging out with us early. Make it worth your while all show long. Bribery runs thick. In fact, just found out a moment ago, this is great, but one of you that perhaps has nothing planned for lunch today or has a super lame lunch pack.
Oh, is this the new restaurant that you were talking about? Beanie Hana?
I wish. No, it's not, but I will talk about it. I will talk
Tell
about
the people
that.
about that racist-ass idea.
It's a real idea. It's not my idea. It just opened. I'm so excited
The name
about
that he
it.
came up with is racist.
Okay,
the
that's what
restaurant
it is.
actually exists.
The name is
okay.
not racist at all. The name is genius.
What?
But that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about the fact that we'll be upgrading someone's lunch and letting you go ahead and cancel whatever plans you have today and instead come to KROQ for lunch and the Lumineers. That'll be happening later today. Allie and I are going to be having a nice chat with the Lumineers. I'm sure it'll be incredibly awkward, and Omar will take all of our worst moments and play them for you on the radio. But
I will.
In the meantime, we're going to upgrade somene's lunch today.
Well, what do those dudes eat? Those guys are CMOS guys, right?
They would be CMOS. I would imagine the Lumineers themselves are probably eating kale.
No, dude, they're like eating their own bison and stuff, aren't they?
Really?
Like mountain men?
Oh, no way. That's cool.
Yeah, they're like Colorado mountain guys,
I
aren't
think
they?
the last time we chatted with one of the guys in the Lumineers, the guy was living by himself in a cabin in the woods just to like work on their new album. And I think if
They were like, I'm in the middle of the Catskills right now,
Yeah, he's
trying to find a place to build a cabin.
Right.
I was like, wow.
he's like, if I catch it, I eat it, and if I don't, I don't eat. We're like, whoa. Yeah, I don't know.
Good way
How,
to lose weight.
that's a great way. That's why they look like all the baristas at every hipster Silver Lake coffee shop. You
Yeah,
know?
I know. I think they're the only ones who really deserve to wear those wide-brimmed hats.
Yeah, they pull it off well.
You know, people do that ironically or whatever, just a stylized choice. They've been rocking that for many years.
Great prize, by the way.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I know. Great prize. So today you've got a lame lunch. Nothing worse than realizing you have nothing planned for lunch or you pack some lame leftover that's been sitting around in the fridge for a while. Well, today we're going to upgrade someone's lunch, invite you to come in here for some Lumineers. We'll make that happen at some point this morning. Continue to get you on the guest list and the standby boarding list for Justice and so much more happening this morning right here at KROQ. I know what you're thinking. Do I need to bring anything if you come today? Yes. The correct thing to bring if you win your way in would be a half-eaten sleeve of Girl Scout cookies and a half-drunk bottle of wine. Right, Allie?
Half
Dessert
open, good wine.
Good wine.
And they liked it.
No, dessert wine, trash wine.
Yeah, gross.
Someone wrote on the text line this morning, because I guess that just re-aired on KROQ. That's tacky even for a trailer park,
No, it's not.
according to 310.
You know what? Having an open bottle of really good wine is better than having a closed bottle of crappy wine. Come on. It's true.
I don't know about wine. All wine tastes the same to me. I'm one of those guys.
There was a moment where Katie had explained that maybe the wine had turned, but you would have to sip it to find out.
Man, that's a good gift to bring someone, Allie. She's gift giver extraordinaire. If you need us, the phones are open now, 800-520-1067. Call, interact with the show. We love you. On the text line, there's a lot of messages on the GOAT line as well. Some drama happening behind the scenes here at KROQ. All will be unearthed during the next 4 hours together on this Tuesday morning right here on KROQ. Klein Alley Show. It's probably too early to be talking about all the delicious food we want to eat later today and how we'll upgrade your lunch to bring you in here to see the Lumineers. But what Omar was talking about at the top of the show, there's a rumor, I don't even know if it's true or not, but apparently across the street from this radio station, just a few blocks away, closer to the La Brea Tar Pits, there is a old Marie Callender's that shut down. I don't think it's ever been open. I've never seen it open as a Marie Callender ever, but it's always been there, but it's been shut down. Next to it, there's a counter. They've got a Starbucks. They've got a some healthy salad place I've never been into. And apparently, someone who works here, Justin, who does the YouTube stream, we're live on YouTube right now, tipped me off to the fact that he saw on TikTok that that place had reopened secretly as a...
Secretly? Like this is an underground restaurant type of deal?
Listen,
why would it be a secret?
I don't know. Why have I not heard about it? Because it's so close to where we work, and it feels like it's the perfect type of restaurant that I would be a regular at, but yet I haven't heard anything about it, so I assume it must be a secret.
And it's... Say what it is.
The concept, from what I was told, is that it is a Benihana-style concept, which means hibachi style. They got all the tables with the grilling surfaces on them, except instead of it being Asian-themed, it's Mexican. Thank you. That's Allie doing an impression, supposedly,
I'll read you the voice
of a chef at Benihana.
With a Mexican accent, please.
She claims it's her doing the impression of the silverware hitting the table, and that is why it's not problematic.
It's the silverware.
She says that's the silverware.
And it sounds like that in any language.
Supposedly, this restaurant that just opened, I don't even know the name of the place, is that style, but it's all Mexican food.
Yeah,
so
but Klein said it should be called Benihana.
Benihana, because they're serving Mexican food, and it's
and then he told Omar, who's half Latino, that it wasn't offensive.
Allie asked me the name of the place, and I don't know the name of it. I wish I did, but I said it should be called Benihana if they're doing Mexican food, but it's also that style, because then I would know as a dumb gringo, I would drive by and say, I got it. Now I know what they're doing. That's great.
Went to one of these places. I don't know if it's a chain, but there was one of these Benihana type places in my neighborhood in Rancho Cucamonga that closed down, and they reopened as a fusion restaurant where it was fusion by a little bit of Asian food and Mexican food. And the only Mexican food that they were able to cook on the hibachi were the chicken enchiladas. That was it. Nothing else Mexican
well,
on
see,
there.
I could see them doing cool things, though, with, jalapeno peppers and stuff. And then you can flick it into the woman's cleavage. All that stuff, I think, still works.
You could come up with
a lot of onions.
Great tricks. Benihana's got...
Volcano.
You can still do an onion volcano.
Onion volcano works in any culture, right? But it does seem that Benihana got all, lawsuit averse because a couple of people tried to catch a shrimp in their mouth and ended up suing. Or burnt... Or I think, Tori Spelling accidentally put her boob on the table and burned her boob or something like that. Remember that story?
Big old gap.
Boob.
Yeah, I don't know, but there's a lot of suing, and I think Benihana's ran out of money because they were getting sued too much, so they just stopped doing all the fun tricks at the table. But some new upstart could come in there.
Said, we'll take the risk.
And say, yeah, we'll take the risk.
Bring in your boobs.
Yeah. They start grilling stuff on the table.
Let's take the Lumineers over there.
Yeah.
Maybe we should move the lunch from here to over there. I don't even know. Once again, I have no idea if that place is even real or not. This guy it feels like something someone would have made up just to make me walk across the street, get all excited, and realize it's still just a shutdown Marie Callender's.
I mean, God forbid TikTok lie to us. If somebody heard it on TikTok, it must be real.
But
right?
in concept alone, how great is that?
661 said, as a certified bean, I eats it.
I eats it. That's right. Think about that. You sit down.
I want to know what the silverware sounds like.
Allie, I got a real problem with that. But I'm sure Omar will use that audio against you for the foreseeable future. We will take a quick break, and maybe we're back, and maybe we're not. Allie will be officially canceled after this quick break. If you want $100 of her money, you better take it now.
No.
Oh, Jake will get you the audio.
You find it, a-hole.
All right.
800-520-1067. Vanessa, are you offended by that?
No, I'm not Mexican.
Hey, man, I am.
Now she is.
I don't like this.
I don't like this
I think
at
we've
all.
offended all Latino cultures.
We will take a
now.
quick break. We're back in a second with $100 of Allie's money. Get it while you can, because pretty soon it's all going to go to lawsuits. So get it now. 800-520-1067. That is next.
One of the things that just really shook me was how simple and how powerful it was. Justice sound to me is just so badass and so hard-hitting.
There's like this feeling of wanting to let go. Sometimes you listen to it and you kind of digest what's going on in your life.
It's your only way in to an intimate private KROQ show with Justice.
Hello, we're Justice.
Listen every hour from 9 to 6 to win a pair of tickets to see Justice at a KROQ secret helpful Honda Soundspace pop-up. Instantly get on the standby boarding list for a chance to see him again at KROQ Mile High Club Destination 6. A trip to their show at Red Rocks in Denver, Colorado. Keep listening to win. Courtesy of KROQ and Virgin Music. The helpful Honda Soundspace is driven by your helpful SoCal Honda dealers.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Everyone argues that the generation that they grew up in is the best generation because it's their generation. You got to have pride for your own gen, even if you think your gen is not, quote, the greatest generation, which was stolen so early. It seems unfair that I think the greatest generation, those are all the really old people now, right? Didn't they coin the greatest generation?
Did they?
Like the pre-baby boomers? I always feel like that's like...
I thought that was like the World War II people.
Yeah, they're like, we're the greatest generation. You steal that so early. What hope do the rest of us have?
Well, I think back then you could just say that stuff.
Yeah,
now I don't know who determines what the generation names are. I guess the same people that determine hurricane names.
Probably. And if you identify as Gen X or Gen Z or Millennial or Zennial, there are so many different categories, and there's always a reason why your generation did the best things for society and why the generation after you is usually screwed. And then there's all this generation on generation bashing. Well, we cut through all of it right now as we have representatives on the phone representing. This week we're doing a Gen Z millennial battle because that seems to be, even though there's a lot of Gen X versus Gen Z, there's still some Gen X versus millennial that happens. This one seems to be the real tricky part. Johnny has a lot of hate for millennials.
Well, I think Gen Z likes to make fun of millennials because we grew up without internet, but also are still living in a digital age. So it's like the millennial pause. Have you heard of the millennial pause?
No.
See, that's the kind of stuff we hate millennials for. Y'all be making up some weird stuff, and it's so one-sided. It's like nobody cares about that.
Johnny and I were having an argument off the air about what things he takes credit for in his generation, and one of the ones he said Gen Z gets credit for is Pilates. And I said, Johnny,
what?
I think Pilates has been around since the greatest.
Only hot girls are doing it right now. All the young hot girls are doing Pilates. They're not in the gyms.
I'm doing Pilates.
There you go.
All right, well, Gen Z is called Gen Z because they're the first generation, they're digital natives. They're the first generation to grow up with the internet, and that would be between the late 90s and early 2010s as far as year that you were born. And millennials are defined as people to be born between 1981 and 1996.
So let me say hi to the Gen Z representative on the phone right now, who is, when were you born? What year were you born in, Eliza?
98. I'm 26.
All right, she's 26. Proud Gen Zer, aren't you?
Yeah, okay. I think so.
All right, you have the entire hopes and dreams of a generation on your shoulders right now. So I hope you take this seriously. You'll be battling a millennial. His name is Matthew. Okay. He's listening to the show right now. Matthew, what year were you born in?
1989.
All right, you got a 1989 35-year-old battling a 1998 26-year-old. The questions, as always, you will have a chance to answer the questions that should be given to the other generation, and then they will have a chance to steal if you cannot answer correctly. So, for instance, Matthew, you will be given questions that will be easy for Eliza to answer, being a Gen Zer. She will be given questions that should be easy for you to answer as a millennial. You get a chance to answer them. If you're wrong, the other person can steal. Allie will keep track, and at the end, we'll determine which generation reigns supreme this week. All right, here we go. First generation to go, the generation that goes first is the generation that was born first, and that puts us in Matthew, the millennial. Matthew.
Yes.
Your first question. If someone is posting something using the hashtag OOTD, what are they posting? Matthew.
OOTD.
Matthew.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
All right.
My God. Oh my God.
No answer?
I'm joking.
All right, that is millennial. A chance to steal the question back that she should get. Let's say hi to Eliza for Generation Z. What would they be posting if they were to use the hashtag OOTD?
OOTD, outfit of the day.
That is correct.
Come on, Matthew.
Popularized by Gen Z. Gen Z gets a point. We now go to Gen Z for their question, which is something that millennials would know, but they would not. Eliza, who was everybody's first friend on MySpace?
I do know this. I know this. Tom?
Tom
Eliza.
is correct.
Atta girl, baby.
Eliza, how did you say you knew this? Were you going to say, my grandfather was friends with him? How did you...
My older brother is in his 30s.
Got it. See, that's the unfair advantage. All right. So now we have Gen Z goes up 2. Matthew, the question now goes back to you. Generation Wars. Matthew, representing millennials, and they need some help here.
Yeah, I need to step it up.
Matthew, use bussin' in a sentence.
Busted?
Bussin'.
Bussin'.
Oh, man.
I was walking to the store the other day. I was bussing.
Oh,
Nope.
no.
Trash.
No.
Sorry, we cannot accept that. For the steal, Eliza, representing Gen Z, use bussin' in a sentence.
This hamburger's busted.
That is correct. I would accept that. That's a tasty burger right there. All right. Well, this is not good. She's gotten so far all of her questions correct and all of your questions correct. Eliza, you're up on the clock. Up 3-0 right now.
Matthew thinks that when you're on the bus, you're like, I'm bussing.
I'm bussing. I am bussing to school.
Ooh, I'd be bussing.
Eliza,
They're
here
like,
we go.
I'm going to stab you.
Eliza, what music sharing program had a mascot of a cat wearing headphones?
Justin Timberlake played the guy in the Social Network that made this thing. Oh my God.
Need an answer.
Napster?
Napster is
What?
correct.
Oh, my God, Eliza.
Wow. Eliza representing Gen Z. Johnny's so excited. He's standing up in the other room. She's up 4 now. I don't think there's a comeback in your future, unfortunately, for millennials, but let's find out. Matthew, here's your next question. What is Delulu short for? What is Delulu short for?
The Lululemons?
Oh, my God.
The Lululemons.
Trash, bro.
Christ. Eliza, you want to steal this one back?
Yeah, I mean, delusional that thinks millennials are better than
That's correct.
Having
that
a
is
mentee
correct.
be.
All right, so this is not good for millennials, by the way. This is going to be the biggest slaughtering that's ever happened in Generation
clean
Wars.
sweep.
Clean sweep, and there's only one question left.
323 said, stop dicking around, Matt.
Yeah, Matt, really, the hopes and dreams of millennials are hanging on you, and you are disappointed.
All these acronyms. I'm sorry.
All right, Eliza,
Ridiculous.
here we go.
It's ridiculous.
Let's see if we can trip her up.
He's trying to get off my lawn approach.
Eliza, what store had topless men standing outside of it to try to sell some overpriced jeans and T-shirts?
Oh, I can smell the store. Yes. Oh, it's not Abercrombie. It was, Hollister.
Wow. I mean, she's right.
Technically, I would have accepted Abercrombie, but Hollister did that move as well.
They were like, we have even hotter guys.
Both acceptable. Yeah. All right, she gets the point again, and now it doesn't even really matter at this point, Matthew, but let me just try to get you on the board at the very least. Matthew,
Yes.
What is Zyn? What is Zyn?
A little tobacco pouch.
All right, finally. That's the one thing we want.
A nice red.
Tobacco. We are Klein Alley's show, $100 of Alley's money up for grabs every morning right around this time. All you got to do is answer some questions about stuff going on in the news. The actual answers are out there. Hopefully you've been paying attention. And if not, perhaps this is the first thing you're hearing today as you wake up on a Tuesday morning. Well, you'll learn a thing or two and potentially hear someone make some money in the process. Allie hates losing. Oh, boy. It's nothing she hates more than losing. And any day Allie's lost money before 6:30, she's usually in a salty mood for the rest of the show.
Well, yeah, you'd be salty if you lost $100.
I hate it.
No one feels good about that.
So your win is her loss, and let's make that happen right now on KROQ.
Allie knows the news.
Hold on, before Allie leaves the studio, there's people all over the place that want a piece of you and your money. We got Long Beach representing Glendale, Cerritos, Rancho. Let's say hi to Mitchell. Hey, Mitchell, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Hey, morning.
How you doing?
Feeling good.
You feeling smart?
Not really. But I'll
Great.
try.
Allie's got stiff competition as always.
All right, well,
Allie's going to
I'll
leave.
go study up.
Allie's going to go leave the KROQ studios now, and we will ask you 5 questions about things going on in the world. Answer them quickly, confidently, and accurately, and hopefully we can pay the people. It's what it's all about. Here we go. Question number 1. This TV host accidentally sliced his hand open while smashing a coffee mug on his desk.
Ryan Seacrest?
Seacrest. We go to question number 2. I wish. Man, that guy. It's all going great for Seacrest. Every once in a while it'd be great if he could just smash his hand open. Question 2. Captain America Brave New World made Marvel history for what reason? Why did Captain America Brave New World make Marvel history?
So the first movie to make a lot of money.
First movie to make a lot of money. That's a great guess. You weren't kidding when you said you were not feeling smart. Let's go ahead.
I thought he was working it. He thought how he was going to work something out and nothing.
And that's what we got. Hey, maybe he's right. I haven't even read the answer yet.
Okay,
Who knows?
all right.
This breakfast chain is attempting to set a world record and celebrating the attempt by giving away free pancakes all week. Which place is it?
IHOP.
Question number 4. Singer of songs like Killing Me Softly with his song and Feel Like Making Love passed away yesterday at the age of 88. What was her name?
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill, all right. And finally, bad news for Johnny Boy and Basic Bitches Everywhere. Trader Joe's has issued a recall on what item over the fact that they contain potential harmful plastics?
Tote bag.
Say it again?
Their tote bag.
Tote bag. They're recalling the tote bag. Man, that would be terrible if you ate the tote bag and it had plastic in it. All right, let's bring Allie and we'll score together. Allie's battling Mitchell. Mitchell came to the table wanting $100, but also was well aware that he was not feeling smart today. Don't say anything else. Allie's in here. We'll score together. Allie, question number 1.
Okay.
This TV host accidentally sliced his hand open while smashing a coffee mug on his desk.
Huh. I did not see this. A TV host, you said?
I did.
Would that be Jimmy Fallon?
That is not correct. Jimmy's way too nice. Fake nice to smash it.
I know, but he's drunk, isn't
I
he?
could see him smash a bottle of Jack Daniels on the desk.
Didn't he cut his hand open doing something else?
Yes. But in this particular case, it was Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart, The Daily Show. He didn't get that right either. We go to question number 2. Captain America Brave New World made Marvel history for what reason?
Oh, it was the fastest drop from weekend 1 to weekend 2.
Yeah, it earned the lowest cinema score for Marvel movie ever, B-, dropping very quickly. Allie is correct. His guess, Mitchell said, it made a lot of money, which was an interesting guess. But
well,
Allie
that's
gets
most Marvel movies. Don't
Allie
know
gets
that
the
one.
point. Allie's up 1-0 as we go to question number 3. This breakfast chain is attempting to break a world record, and they're celebrating all week by giving away free pancakes.
That would be IHOP.
He got that as well on the board.
Oh, nice.
Allie's up 2-1 with 2 questions left. Legendary singer with such songs as Killing Me Softly with his song and Feel Like Making Love died at the age of 88 yesterday. Who was it?
Oh, I forget her name.
Oh, wow.
Rebecca?
Oh, close. Roberta Flack. Can't give you the point. He said Lauryn Hill. Also doesn't get the point. Final question. Allie's
She died at 88.
Lauryn
Hill.
She aged terribly the last few years. We go to the final question now. Allie's up by 1 still. Bad news for Johnny Boy and Basic Bitches Everywhere. Trader Joe's has issued a recall on this item over the potential...
Oh, isn't it fruit?
Hold on. I haven't finished. The potential plastics that could be inside of the item.
I think it was the acai.
The acai is correct. Mitchell, Allie beat you by a couple, and unfortunately for you, her $100 goes back in her pocket. And what must you shamefully admit right now on KROQ? Go ahead.
This is Mitchell from West Covina. Allie knows the news.
Yeah, unfortunately for you, she does know the news. But thank you for attempting.
What is he supposed to say now? I don't know S.
Oh, I don't know S. Yeah, we got a great new catchphrase for Allie Knows the News that we received yesterday after the guy lost. Hold on, I think I have it here somewhere. Oh, man, I should have had that ready to go. Here it is, Allie.
I don't know shit.
There you go.
Yesterday, I almost got to experience something that I've always wanted to do. And I've told you on the show many times, this would be one of my goals. Every year, it's been my goal to do this thing. And yesterday, I came the closest I've ever come to accomplishing that goal.
Is it the armored bank heist that you always wanted to do?
Eating a whole pizza in one sitting?
I've done that many times. Oh. Nothing I'm proud of, but I've done it many times. And no, Omar, I did not steal or break in or try to rob from an armored car.
That's exactly what somebody who did that would say today.
Right. Well, I wish I could have. I see them all the time, especially outside this building, and they do seem unattended. Yeah. I've always thought about it.
Is that why you have on that fancy leather coat?
That's right. That's my.
You
my
bought it with your winnings.
It's my Robin coat. I yesterday was very close to doing my first ever citizen's arrest.
What?
Because I got a text in the middle of the day that an active break-in was happening 3 blocks from my house. And this is part of the whole neighborhood watch thing that has been started because of all of the break-ins that have been happening pretty much all over Southern California. I mean, they've just been happening all over the place, and people don't seem to care anymore. Like, at least back in the day, they'd be like, well, we'll wait till they're out of town for the weekend, then we'll rob them. Now they're just going, they went and walked the dog for 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and smash a window, break in, grab
day,
some
night,
stuff.
Doesn't matter.
2 o'clock afternoon, middle of the day. By the way, beautiful day, too. I'm not saying if I'm going to rob houses, I start thinking to myself, is today the kind of day that more people would be out walking around, perhaps, because it's nice outside? Maybe you wait till there's, I don't know, weather drops to the 70s here. At least some people, don't want to go out, but maybe that's their thought. Maybe their plan is people are probably outside enjoying the sun. Now's a good time to break in.
Or do they feel like us, where we was like, we should go to the beach. They're like, we should rob. It's such a nice day.
Such a nice day for robbing. So I get this text that I'm on. There's like hundreds of people on this text chain, but it basically says there is a break-in in progress right now. Police have been notified, but as you know, the response time, not very quick.
Jesus.
And so it became, are any neighbors nearby that can go scope the situation? I was so bummed out because I wasn't home, but I was in the canyon making my way back. And I was thinking to myself, God, if only this guy, because I know the way that these guys operate is they're in and out of places in like 5 minutes or less.
And even if there's cameras, it doesn't help anything, really.
Doesn't really help. Usually you just have cameras. Now, what this person did, because the footage was released after the fact, they wore a vest as if they were a Amazon delivery driver. They had the full Amazon delivery driver outfit, walked up with an empty box to the front door, knocked on the door a few times, no one answers. Then they kind of put the box down. Then that's when they decide to walk around the side of the house, smash a window, go in, grab a bunch of stuff, and leave.
So it's just one person?
This time, well, it's all in the video I saw. It was just one person.
Wow.
And apparently, after the fact, the
what does that say about you that you can't even get one person to help you?
To help you rob. Yeah, I know. You'd think, like, at least you could find a friend that wants to go robbing with you.
Yeah, like even these crime rings that are like getting arrested, they're like, I love my bros.
But maybe there was another friend that was on lookout, or maybe there was another friend that was in the drive. Because they did have a car parked outside.
What was your plan if you arrived? How were you going to stop the break-in?
I was so frustrated and annoyed because I was in the canyon, but I was responding saying, I can be there in like 11 minutes. And everyone's going like, is there anyone closer? And I think there were definitely people closer that were too pussy to go and do anything. So I was like, my plan, I'll tell you, Allie, I had two plans. I don't have any weapons on me, but I
Except
do.
for your hands.
Except for my hands.
Oh, yeah.
These are very dangerous.
You can mush those right into someone's face.
Lethal weapons.
Can get hairy knuckles right in the face. Nothing grosser than that. You know?
Just choke on your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go.
No, the plan was I was going to try to box in whatever the escape vehicle was, so the escape vehicle couldn't move. That was the plan.
Well, you can only box in one. How do you box somebody in on what if they can just go the other way?
When they move, I move. Move.
What?
You know, you try to. Yeah,
it's like that dance.
Yeah, the little dance. They try to pull up.
You move, I move.
I box them in. I box in. That was the
Just
idea.
like that?
I was going to
Just
box
like
them in. That was the plan. Was to just slow down. I was actually going to slash tires and box in.
How are you going to slash tires with no weapons?
I didn't think that through.
You're going to
my
punch
hairy
the
hands.
tires with your hands.
Karate chop. Oh, that didn't
Kick
work.
it.
But I got there at exactly, let's just call it, I don't know, 3 minutes after the perp left the scene. And they were
Wow,
gone.
what a story.
And
wait, where's the close to being the citizens arrest thing?
Well,
you're very far from doing anything
Seems like you
like
just
that.
showed up after a house got broken into
I was-
and then went on your way.
3 minutes away, guys. 3 minutes from a citizen's arrest. 3 minutes.
But you wouldn't have been able to citizens arrest anybody with no weapens or defense or anything.
Of
You think
course.
he would have listened to you? He would have just run away.
No. Not if you say citizen's arrest.
You can't.
Okay,
What is
doesn't
this
work
tag?
that way, man.
You're it.
Yeah.
My rules.
Citizen's arrest.
It's not a home base anymore.
Citizen's arrest. And I was ready. I had like a whole thing ready to go.
You
and
couldn't have
A whole
tackled
thing?
somebody like that.
I wasn't going to tackle, Allie. That's.
What if he would have pulled out a gun on you?
Well, then he wins. I mean, then I realized.
Take backsies.
Yeah. All right. Citizen's arrest on hold for now. Yeah, I mean, I was, listen.
Even the plan that you're formulating in your head for when you arrive has so many holes in it. Like to be able to trap somebody from leaving a street that has two directions. Usually, when the cops are trapping people, they've got them caught on both ends, so they can't go anywhere.
Well,
unless you're smashing into the vehicle, and then you're going to get a tremendous amount of car damage.
I did think of smash. That was my first thought, Omar, was I was just smashing. I'll wait, and then I'll smash in the vehicle. But then you run the risk. You smash the vehicle. My car gets destroyed, and his car. You see this all the time. Cars crash. One car drives off fine. The other one's like can't move.
Well,
So
you got Sweet James.
I got Sweet James. That's Sweet James. But the adrenaline I felt as I was driving over the canyon, ready to make this citizen's arrest, was really
Is that
intense.
the same adrenaline you felt when you saw that statue dog and you were going to save it?
No, because
Statue dog.
I didn't know until I went up to it that it was it was not a statue. It was an art installation. First of all,
Okay.
It's not a statue of a dog. It was an art
What's
installation.
the difference?
The difference
Yes, explain the difference.
is a statue. I think is there forever, and an art installation is temporary. I think because it's not there anymore.
Statue is a famous dog.
Yeah, so-
Installation is just random dog.
But then
You're a hero. You're right.
I did talk to one of the officers that got to the scene after the fact and told him.
And I saw nothing.
Told him my plan. He did ask
So is that why you're wearing that leather coat? Because you feel tough today?
my tough guy coat.
Don't you mess with me.
Bicycle over here.
You know, it's funny because I was
I want to
thinking.
give you a noogie.
Yes. Yes.
Is that your bullion coat?
Hey, look at
I'm
I can
only,
tell by the zippers.
I'm only wearing my tough guy clothes from now on. You never know when you got to be ready for the
I keep
citizen's
my
arrest.
note knife in here.
That's right. Got my slingshot, and I'll pull it out if I need to.
the comb.
Good. Well, anyway, another hero.
Well, we're all in awe of you.
Yeah, our eyes are on you, you perps. K-Rock, Klein Alley Show. No, I do not have a pack of cigarettes tucked into the sleeve of my T-shirt, but thank you for asking, text line. Greatly appreciate you. Goat line is there when we're not, 844-956-GOAT.
Kevin, this is your wife.
Okay. That's not my wife. But you know what?
It sounds like her.
That's a great impression.
I just got another letter from the teacher saying that some student is asking kids to spell iCup. I know this is your fault because you never take anything seriously. And
Okay, great. It does sound a lot like her.
gets it from you. Okay, love you.
All right, thank you.
Oh, that's not her. She would never say I love you.
She'll just say this.
I love you, bye.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the dead ringer. This is not. That's the dead ringer. This
She
is not
can't
my
even
wife.
give you a consonant.
Yeah, this is someone pretending to be my wife.
And she gets it from you. Okay, love you.
See, that's no, that wouldn't be. That's how I
Definitely
know.
not like her. Did you tell her about your heroic act yesterday?
Oh, I told her. I said.
What was her reaction? Was it?
She goes, "What's your point?" She goes, "What? So what'd you do? You did nothing." I said, "Yeah, I was making my way to go do something." And then she said, "That's really stupid. Why would you go do that? You have kids to think about. Why are you going to get involved in a home burglary that's not even your own home?" I said, "Because
Well, sometimes just you being there could make them freak out a little bit and then run away earlier so that the cops can't
even
catch
if
them.
you just smash their car enough so the alarm goes off, makes a lot of noise."
323 said, Klein, be careful. It is not worth it. Those people probably have insurance for that. Don't risk your life over other people's material things.
I think the problem is that the terrible people that are, it feels like they're all over the place now. They get this sense that no one's ever going to do anything because everyone has that feeling like, no one's going to do anything. No one's going to risk. So I think everyone just kind of feels like it's martial law. Everyone just does whatever they want to do. There's no
818
consequences.
said you did it just like the cops would have done and showed up a little too late.
Yeah, I did show up a minute after the cops. So my response time is not great right now. But I'm just a civilian. I was just trying to do a citizen's
Hey, at
arrest.
least you tried.
If there's a cop,
Better than a lot of people.
If there is a cop listening, though, and I know we have quite a few LAPD that listen to this show, I am curious as to what I need to do officially to do a legitimate citizen's arrest rather than just yell citizen's arrest, because there is a way you can do it.
Well, I think you have to be able to restrain them and put cuffs on them. Like, you have to have those zip ties with you.
I got to get some of those things. Do we have those here at KROQ? I feel like we use those to put up signs.
I think we sold them all.
Oh, damn. Lost those zip ties? Stupid.
I think we got some Scotch tape.
Great. Grab a roll of Scotch tape. I'll be ready next time. Quick break. We're back in a moment with your actual news. Then we start giving you stuff. Someone's going to get their lunch upgraded today. Throw out the stupid sandwich you brought. We're going to bring you to KROQ for a Lumineers concert and some food. That'll be happening later this morning after the show. And we will get you into that at some point in the next hour right here on KROQ.
KROQ. Klein Alley Show. The world famous KROQ. Klein Alley Show.
Let's talk about K-Rock, Klein, Alley Show. We'll get your news, then we kick off a brand new hour of the show. That hour will upgrade one of your lunches so that you can come here and have some lunch with the Lumineers today, which is probably better than whatever old sandwich you packed for yourself. That'll be happening very soon here at K-Rock. And remember, we are also streaming on YouTube, and some people are discovering that for the very first time. You can go to K-Rock's YouTube and watch the show as it unfolds in real time.
Hi, Klein and Allie. I just wanted to let you guys know that I've been listening to you guys quite some time from the beginning. I love you guys. You guys make my morning. And now that I am watching you guys on the YouTube, it is my absolutely favorite thing ever.
Favorite thing ever. You can follow along on YouTube, or you can keep listening to us on K-Rock, or download the podcast. Lots of ways to get involved and keep involved with the show, which we greatly appreciate. And now your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
Joanne tried her very best in her middle age to secure a buyer after filing for bankruptcy. Any buyer that would commit to her, but nobody wanted to take on the baggage. Joanne went up for auction, and they were bought by a group who decided, let's just call it. Let's close all the locations. And here's the good part. They're going to do a big going out of business sale. So that means I need to figure out what I can do with 800 feet of fabric. On top of that, Hooters
Make one dress for yourself?
Make one dress.
Hey, be a little tight.
Maybe a dress and a half, guys.
Yeah,
okay, I just don't know how to sew. So
funny,
I'm like, I feel like I could use all this stuff, but I can't use all this stuff because I don't know how to do crafts.
All the women that are devastated about the closing of Joann's Fabrics are also going to be the most excited about a big going out of business
Totally.
sale.
Man.
It's the same crop.
Yes.
Think of all the pillows and crocheting I can do.
So they're going to go out to TJ Maxx and Home Goods, and then they're going to stop by Joann. This is going to be an everyday thing in multiple locations, too. And then the best part is that all the women who are going to buy that stuff love to tell everybody about the deal that they found and how much they saved.
You won't believe it.
Because if you don't tell people, it didn't happen.
Just
But
yards and yards of fabric. Just so
look at
cheap.
this pattern. It's flowers. So Hooters also might be going the way of Joann's. They are rumored to be filing for bankruptcy soon. They're preparing to file, and they could do so in the next few months. And it could mean some of their 400-something stores could close down, or it could mean that Klein's lifetime VIP card could no longer be valid.
I wish I knew where that was.
Maybe that's why they're going out of business. They're offering people like you VIP cards.
Never took advantage of that card.
But unlike Joanne, who nobody really stood up for her, Devin Booker, Kevin Love of the Miami Heat, and Kevin Durant, and many other pro athletes have all expressed their sadness and desire to save Hooters.
That's
really
great. Good.
Yes.
Good.
Hooters blows.
I know.
What?
It's so funny that they're like, the end of an era. Please, not on my watch. Let somebody
have
take it.
Have any professional athletes come out to say that they like support Joanne's fabrics or no?
Hold on, let me see. Not seeing
That's
anything.
interesting.
Oh, actually, Kevin Durant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
loves,
crazy.
Loves a good quilt.
Okay, I blame NASA for this panic because they've induced it in all of us with the asteroid talk. The asteroid that's coming in 7 years. At first, they had a 1% chance. That's what they said. The asteroid had a 1% chance of hitting Earth, and then they moved it up to 2%. Then it was over 3%, and everyone was kind of freaking out. Then they said, oopsies, never mind, the moon moved, and we've put it back down to 1%. Now they're saying that the chances of hitting Earth are near zero, but the chances of it hitting the moon are up to 2%.
Oh, that's not good.
And I'm like, I think hitting the moon is worse. We can't rebuild that.
Well, also,
once the moon gets hit with an asteroid, then we're done with moon, and that's a huge issue.
Doesn't the moon affect your period, Allie, or something, too?
Does that mean I won't get my period anymore? Because I'm actually now on board with that.
I think it's going to shift it or something. You get more of them.
We won't get so moody.
Maybe. I don't know. I know that Jake was talking to a lot of people about what their plans are when the asteroid hits, and people give us a big mix of reactions, but it seems like most people just aren't taking this seriously.
In the last month, the likelihood that we get hit by an asteroid in 7 years has tripled. What's your plan between now and then?
I just was able to afford buying a place in Los Angeles, and so if it gets destroyed by an asteroid, I'll just yell figures as loud as possible to anyone who'll listen.
If it hits LA, what's your plan the day of impact?
I mean, seeing how well we responded to the fires, I assume just leaving LA.
Yep, everyone's got a plan. Everyone's ready to go. It's like not shocking to anyone though. Like, yeah, well, I just bought a house, so clearly that's going to happen.
Oh my God, everyone's so positive. Right?
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, there are many festivals to choose from these days, but would you want to go to a legacy festival like Coachella, or would you rather go to a failed festival that turned into a Netflix crime documentary? Firefest 2 is happening, according to Billy McFarland, who spent 4 years in prison after planning the first one. He said he's ready to do it all over again, and tickets are on sale. And it's scheduled to take place May 30th to June 2nd. It's being advertised under the slogan, Firefest 2 is real.
It's a good
and
slogan.
Tickets are starting at $1,400, but packages can range from $1,400 to $1 million.
Did they announce any of the lineup yet?
Nope.
No.
No musical lineup, but Billy McFarland himself said, I'm sure many people think I'm crazy for doing this again, but I feel like I'd be crazy not to do it again.
People are very concerned on the text line, Allie, that if the moon goes away because it gets hit by this asteroid, you won't be able to make any more of your stupid moon water.
I know. What am I going to do?
So you just have to drink regular water.
And if it's like half a moon, then that's not fun either. We'll never have a full moon again.
We'll get into a brand new hour of the show after this one from Evanescence, a song that on YouTube currently has over 1.5 billion views, Omar. Remember that.
KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning. Just after 7 o'clock on a Tuesday morning. It is KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. Nice to meet you. I'm Klein. There's Allie.
Hi.
That's DJ Omar Khan, the audio sniper. You got Jake the Nerd back there. The arbiter of sound in the back room. Postmaster Johnny recovering from a birthday celebration yesterday. And Vanessa producing this thing. And if you need us, the phones are open. The text line is open. The number is 800-520-1067. Live on KROQ. Also streaming live on YouTube right now. Just find KROQ's YouTube page. And thank you for all that have subscribed over there and are following along. You netbangers, greatly appreciate you.
Stream us. Stream us hard.
On the show, we got... Jake was back at the bars during closing time. A lot of people leave the bars. Their goal is to get out of the bar before they turn the lights on. But that's not Jake's goal. He likes to hang out as the lights go on and talk to people that are still there after they've told everyone to go home.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get into some closing time a little bit later this hour.
That's when he strikes.
Also got some tickets for you to go see Justice. I know starting at 9 o'clock you'll get on that standby list. But KROQ is doing a little pop-up show at a top-secret bar location, and Justice will be performing.
By the way, it's not top secret anymore. I saw it on social media yesterday.
Seriously?
Yep.
Who
There's so much talk about how top secret it is.
Who
That's
screwed
so
up?
funny.
Who screwed up this
I
one?
think I saw it on Megan's and KROQ's social media. Yeah.
I can't figure it out, man.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know if we should say it or not, but yeah, I saw it on social media.
They put the location and everything?
Oh, yeah. And the day, just not the time, I guess. Maybe that's top secret.
The time is top secret.
Man, I'll tell you, we are terrible. There's one thing that we are bad at as a radio station. It is
Communication?
Communication.
Yeah.
With each other. And all I'm seeing here on all my notes, and maybe it's just top secret from us, but maybe they just want to make sure we don't show up.
Right.
But I just keep seeing top secret location.
Oh, yeah, no, it says the location
All
right
right,
here.
There
well,
it is.
Whatever. It's top secret to me. I don't know where it is.
all
Anyway, we'll get you in, and it doesn't matter because if you don't win your way in, you can't go anyway. I guess you could go, but you wouldn't get inside. Where is it? Show, let me see.
Spotlight.
Now I'm curious where it
Is
is.
that the Spotlight?
Oh, cool.
It's a cool. It's intimate. It's cool.
Next Monday night.
It's oh, really? Wow, they really put it all out there. All right, well, who knows? Could be
Anyone
anywhere.
can go. Oh, huh.
That's
No, I'm
not
just
true.
kidding.
We got your tickets coming up later this hour, Justice. So that'll be coming up. Right now, though, some AFI as we get into a brand new hour of goodness here on KROQ. Unload Goat together next. KROQ, we are Klein Alley's show. When we're not around for the live calls like we are now at 800-520-1067, you can always leave your comments, critiques, and criticisms on the GOAT line. The GOAT line is there for you. That number is 844-956-GOAT. And at least once a week, we go through and unload GOAT together. So let's do that right now. There are lots and lots of different things people are calling about. Things that have happened on the show, things that have happened off the air, things that people are, curious about, and perhaps new listeners that are just new to the show that don't understand certain things. They need clarification. That's where you can use the GOAT line at 844-956-GOAT. First question.
Hello, Klein Alley Show. So I heard this morning about this infamous gym checking out of Allie Johnson and her all sweaty memories.
Allie did post a selfie yesterday of her at the gym, convinced she was being hit on. And it's funny, in the picture you can actually see the guy that Allie was convinced was hitting on her, only to find out the guy was the manager of the gym and said, "You need to leave now, the gym is closed."
He was not the manager. He was, I think, the manager's son.
Oh, even less important. Well, anyway, this guy saw the picture.
I saw the picture, and I'm not going to lie. From the waist up, I was impressed. From the waist down, I don't know what's going on down there with those weird little bandana on her kneecap. But Allie, you a teen girl.
There's a compliment for you. You a teen girl?
Yeah, some people were DMing me and going, that is a Colorado 8 for sure.
Colorado 8. Call it what you want to. It's very brave to post a sweaty, splotchy picture of yourself at the gym. But.
Well, people post gym selfies because it's like, a look at me, I'm at the gym kind of thing. But
when they look good.
Yeah.
I don't know how everyone looks so good at the gym. You're sweating at the gym and working out.
Right, but I don't think...
How do people just look not sweaty and hot at the gym?
We should call your sister. She probably posts great pictures
But she's got great gym selfies.
She's above gym selfies.
Oh, yeah. She's even too good for that.
Yeah. She's not going to grace everybody with free gym photos.
Next message on the GO line.
Hey, guys. I just want to congratulate Ali on her amazing pronunciation in Spanish of Estrella Jalisco Michelada. Such great pronunciation. So cultured. Yes, girl. Got it.
Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. Bye.
Don't say Bloody Mary 3 times. How dare you? Yeah, Allie's got great Spanish pronunciation. We learned about that. She loves putting a little bit more emphasis on the words.
Look, I know how to pronounce things more correctly than I do, but I don't want to be that white lady who's like, can I get some more tortillas?
Yeah. Well, you did that yesterday.
I mean, it's annoying. I didn't do that yesterday.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, I thought that woman was being sarcastic. She was being real? Okay, yes.
No, I wasn't trying. I was just saying it like a white lady because I'm a white lady.
Without actually putting in the effort.
No, I'm saying michelada because I'm a white woman.
I get it.
Doesn't know, I'm not going to pretend like I'm good at it.
This message, Allie, involves something that happened on the show.
I have been watching. I guess I'm nervous. I am a lunch lady of Ladera.
We have a nervous lunch lady in Ladera that listens to the show, and she's nervous, which I like her already. I hope she calls regularly. I like the fact that there's a lunch lady. Allie's aunt used to be a lunch lady, and that's when Allie would get what'd you get, double cookies or something? What'd she hook you up with?
No, she actually didn't hook me up.
That's terrible.
That's kind of messed up now.
You got a connection to the lunch lady.
Then?
Don't know, Omar.
Okay.
I have so much I want to say. It's like kind of crazy. So I did make myself a list, and now I'm not going off of it. I have been listening to you for the last so many years. It's not funny. My kids know you, and they get upset with me for having swear words in the car, and they're in middle school now. So,
well, we don't swear. We're not allowed to swear. I wish we could. There's so many swear words.
We say things that are inappropriate. I mean, if you think about your kids' thing at school, right? And they're like, hey, try to control what your kids are seeing and hearing. This would be an example of that.
That's a good point. Someone said they had to explain to their kids in the backseat right now what moon water is, and now my kids are asking for it. Thanks a lot, guys. You've ruined my life. That's according to the text line.
Or made it better.
There was a specific reason I was calling today, and I do believe I will have to call back and tell you.
I think this nervous lunch lady found Xanax.
Yeah, that is the
Doesn't
special.
sound nervous to me.
It's tater tots and Xanax.
I'm so nervous.
Yet again. As we found out yesterday, Vanessa is a big fan of the Pope. She knows an awful lot about the Pope.
I don't know a lot about popes, but I'm feeling it.
She left that message on the GOAT line as well, which is always nice. People calling for a variety of reasons. And I don't know what this is from, but you guys can do some digging if you want to.
Podcast listener, I'm listening to the the 221 podcast at 47 minutes in. Allie, please don't let Klein get away with this. He asked one of those long questions that he always tells you that, accuses you of doing.
I don't remember this long question, but apparently it happened on the 221 podcast, which would have been, Friday, I guess?
Please listen to that minute-long question. It made no sense. It led nowhere. And it was just hilarious. Please, don't let him get away with it.
All right, thank you, as always, for narking us out. That's why I think the GOAT line is primarily used for people to narc us out on each other.
I'm not going to search for that clip or play it because it will just come back to backfire on me.
That's right. You've learned the way it works.
I know now to just keep my head down.
We got to take a quick break. When we return in a moment, have you ever had a good thing that's happened to you as a result of a van? Vans always usually make the news for bad reasons. It's a windowless van, an unmarked van, a suspicious van. I had a great thing that happened to me. I was surprised because of how shady the van looked. It was one of the top experiences, and it happened in a shady van. And I was thinking about if you've ever had a good van experience, Justice tickets will be yours. We'll take your calls. If you can share with us a good time a van resulted in something positive. 800-520-1067. That and more next.
One of the things that just really shook me was how simple and how powerful it was. Justice sound to me is just so badass and so hard-hitting.
There's like this feeling of wanting to let go. Sometimes you listen to it and you kind of digest what's going on in your life.
It's your only way in to an intimate private KROQ show with Justice.
Hello, we're Justice.
Listen every hour from 9 to 6 to win a pair of tickets to see Justice at a KROQ secret helpful Honda Soundspace pop-up. Instantly get on the standby boarding list for a chance to see him again at KROQ Mile High Club Destination 6. A trip to their show at Red Rocks in Denver, Colorado. Keep listening to win, courtesy of KROQ and Virgin Music. The helpful Honda Soundspace is driven by your helpful SoCal Honda dealers.
Final day of September. There's some more news. Take it or leave it. We are entering the tail end of ASO, the greatest 3-month span of the year, August, September, October. We're getting into the O part of it, so get ready for that. And speaking of O part of it, Oasis tickets coming up at 9 o'clock this morning, again at noon, 3 and 6. You'll win them all day for the shows just announced happening at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. But first, Allie would like to admit that she was wrong, and it takes a big woman.
Thank you.
It takes a big woman with an even bigger laptop to admit that they were wrong about something. And we found some audio of a claim you made on these airwaves.
I'm not admitting I'm wrong, by the way. I don't know where you expect me to do that. There were other extraneous circumstances that came into play after the fact.
You, back in July, whenever Prime Day was, I finally got myself a computer because mine crapped out after like a decade. And you also had a crappy computer, and you decided... It's an
old computer that also has had a significant amount of water damage. I spilled an entire bottle of water on it about 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm amazed it's lasted as long as it has.
When you first talked about this situation, I just want you to hear the reaction that Omar gave you, because we were laughing at you and saying that this was a terrible idea many months ago, and now, as you have now just had to purchase a new computer... It's clear that we were right.
It was a decision I made.
It's clear that we were right and you were wrong. But here, this is audio from, I'm going to play this to you. This is from back in July.
I also have an old-ass computer, but instead of buying a new computer, I settled on buying a new battery because the main problem that my...
Now, that laughter from Omar is what we're all thinking, which is...
That's laughter support. Right, Omar?
Nope.
That's him laughing, knowing that in a few months we would get this exact story we're about to get right now because he knows... how ridiculous it is. So much so that Friday, on the Friday Flex segment on the show, Allie decided to flex about her plan. Listen to this.
With Prime Day being a big part of the week and Americans spending a record number of billions of dollars on stuff that when you really think about it, you don't need. I got out of this week only spending $44 on Amazon. My computer is a piece of crap as well, and I was like, maybe I should do what Klein did and get a new computer. And I was looking through, and I wasn't really happy with the deals I was seeing, so I ended up buying for $44 a battery.
Allie,
that I can put in my computer, and it's basically new. Gets here on Sunday. Flex.
It's not a flex. This will backfire on you, and you will wish you had just gotten
No,
a
it comes
computer.
with a little kit.
And now all the
Fine, I have a
computers,
kit.
all the computers that were marked way down that are back to regular price now, you're going to get screwed enough to pay full price. You had a little laugh there, Allie. That was a few months ago. You
And we
yelled-
didn't even detail the problems I had with the kit when it arrived.
Oh,
I
right.
had a lot of problems installing the battery.
Yeah,
I had
you-
to go to Best Buy and go to the Genius
Right.
Bar or whatever, and they wouldn't help me because it was a third-party
Right.
item.
So
and
go
all this
ahead,
stuff.
Allie. The floor
Eventually, I got the battery in.
The floor is yours now. Now here we are. Fast forward to the end of September, and this was back in July, so not too many.
I blame Apple for this because every time they make an announcement about a new product, I think that all of our products start degenerating, and my computer started experiencing some other issues where it was getting slower and slower and slower. It wasn't holding a charge anymore, and every time I pressed the O button, it pressed like 5 O's, and it was getting really difficult to do my job. So this weekend, I decided it's time for a new computer. But here's the
So
thing.
your battery experiment was a total fail.
But the battery, I didn't realize at the time, was just one symptom of a much larger problem. At the time, the battery was the biggest issue.
No, we all told you that. We said bad battery is usually an indication that the computer's got a bunch of stuff it's trying to figure out, and the battery is just the first place you notice it.
Well, you don't know that until you replace the battery.
Oh, my God. You won't admit you're wrong. It's crazy because
So anyway, I
if
looked
anyone
at
were to look at the
computers.
details of this, they would go, well, Allie will finally just admit she was completely wrong and should have taken the advice of her coworkers.
I got 2 extra months out of my computer.
Oh,
okay, it was an end of life.
Yeah,
decision.
but endless times of frustration. I sent some audio
hours.
to Allie or something, and she's like, she was trying to download some software, and it took her like 10 minutes, and I was like, dude, this should take you seconds.
It
to
took
get
me
to
10
this.
minutes to open my email.
Oh my God!
So that I could check if
really-
you had sent it to me.
It was crazy.
There is that moment, though, when you know whatever it is, your phone, your computer, like, there's no choice but to move on. But
yes,
you're,
my
but
days were numbered. It was the end. It was like I should have put it out of its misery.
Yeah,
So
we
I-
all said that.
I know. So I got a computer online, and I got it at Best Buy or whatever. I went and picked it up. And here's the thing: is I don't really. I also blame myself for being gay because I don't know inches anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know sizes. I'm not a size queen, and so I don't know the difference between 13, 14, and 16 inches. I decided, you know what? This is a new computer. I want it to, I want a bigger screen. I'm going to go 16-inch. And I got a MacBook Pro, and this thing is enormous.
It's so big.
It's so heavy.
Yeah.
I'm so paranoid that I'm going to drop it because
it's funny watching
just,
you lug it around.
It's just so, it's like having a television set.
Yeah,
It's just insane. It's overwhelming,
It's
and I don't
almost
know what to
past
do.
the point of portable. I think you just have to
really
set
is.
up.
I think I accidentally bought a desktop.
Yeah. So anyway, that's once again just
Battery works great though. I've been using it all weekend.
Yeah,
It's not even halfway done.
because you didn't put it in because the geniuses put it in.
That's a great idea, Klein. I should put a new battery in this thing. I
No,
think
you
it needs one.
You definitely should not.
I got a kit.
So you were wrong.
I was not wrong at the time.
How much would you have saved if you bought this computer back then?
I don't know because I don't think they had this computer on the Prime Day deal. By the
Oh.
way, Prime Day is coming up next week.
Yeah, you also missed your Prime Day window because if you had just waited another week, I think Prime Day
I
starts
couldn't wait
again.
another week, Klein. It was impossible.
It's unbelievable.
It would have taken 7 hours to get ADD News together.
You middled yourself between the two Prime
I
days.
did.
It's kind of funny. believe it's probably the first thing we're taught as kids, and that is to be very worried about vans. I think it's like the first lesson I remember ever getting from my parents is avoid vans. Vans are shady. Bad people drive vans. That sticks with you. It's KROQ, we're Klein Alley Show. And the question we have for you now is, in the history of your life, do you have any good van stories? I think everyone's got a few bad van stories, but can we focus on the good van stories? Because something happened to me over the weekend involving a very shady, very sketchy van that I would have thought would have been bad 100 out of 100 times, and it ended up being a great van experience. And I don't think we get a lot of those.
You're a little sore, but it's for good reasons.
I'm sore, but you know what? I got the candy. Worth it, right?
Gonna love me in my Chevy van, and that's all right with me.
And we always bring you.
A van goes to a mechanic for an estimate on a tune-up.
Well, we always bring you good van news on the show. And when we bring you good van news, it's because whenever the news finds a story involving vans, involved in bad things, they will always mention the van. They never really mention it, but if a van is involved, they lead with it. Here's just some examples.
First, had a front row seat to a bizarre scene in Hollywood. Police say a transient stole a tour van, sparking a short chase that ended right in the middle of the Sunset Strip. That's where the suspect got into a brief standoff with officers, apparently taking off his pants at one point.
So, you know, if there's a van in the story, you know, it's like they say, if it bleeds, it leads. And same thing with vans. If vans are involved, it will make the news.
Well, another illegal fireworks bust to tell you about. Newark police saw two men selling fireworks out of a van and arrested them.
It's just always the van. The van
and the way
is
they
the
say
culprit.
van, too.
Right.
But, you know, I
Such
had
disdain.
one of the best van stories when my car broke down because it ran out of gas, and I was on a 2-lane highway. There was not anywhere to stop, and a guy in a van pulled over and picked me and Katie up and took us to a gas station, and we did not get murdered. And that guy's name was Vinny.
He was so disappointed probably when he picked you guys up, and he's like, God, I really wanted to do stuff, but now I've lost all interest. So I guess
I'll just take them to the gas
I'll just drop them off at the gas station. Yeah, that is Vinny, also known as Vanny. Good guy. Your good van story could get you some tickets to Justice. I had to get Jerry, my dog, groomed, and the person that used to do it doesn't do it anymore. They hung up their shears. So someone, I saw like a posting literally on a post that said, we'll come to you, dog, you know, whatever. We'll cut your dog's hair, shampoo your dog. And they had a picture of this really nice looking, you know, whatever you want to call it, a mobile dog grooming studio.
Some of those look really nice. I see them all the time.
The thing showed up. It was like a beat up van that looked like the shadiest van you've ever seen in your entire life, to the point where I'm like, this doesn't look at all like the picture.
Were the windows covered?
Windows covered, blankets over the windows, everything very questionable. And I even had a moment where I'm like, I don't know if I want to give this person my dog.
Did they spell grooming wrong?
They didn't say anything on the van. The van
was nothing.
Nothing on it. You couldn't even describe it other than the fact that blankets over the windows.
I feel like all those have like little bubble font where it's like...
Right. You see, I see those all over the place. I go, that must be nice.
Scrubs and
Not this one. And I go, I probably should not. And I said, what the hell? Let's give it a shot. The guy was really cheap. And the dog got like the best haircut of his entire life inside this van. And it was like $50, which, you know, usually it's costing a lot. Yeah, the whole thing was surprising. And I was like, God, this is my guy now. I go, hey, don't let the van fool you from the outside. He was like, what? I go, nothing.
See ya.
Bye. So here's your chance to share with us your good van stories, and someone will get some tickets to see Justice. We say hi to Joe. What's up, Joe?
Fine, Allie. What's up? How you guys been?
Doing fine. What's your van story?
Okay, so I used to, back in the day, work for this catering company, which I won't name names, but, you know, we're young, there's a bunch of cute chicks that used to work there, and, you know, one thing led to another, and we got in the catering van at a job site and kind of was hooking up and got caught by the boss. And, with pants down and everything, so didn't turn out too good.
So once again, that's not a good van story.
That's a great van story.
Started as a good van story, half good, and guy probably lost his gig over it.
Getting laid in a van consensually, I feel like that's a great van story, don't you think?
Yes, I would argue that, yes, consensual is a key part of that, but absolutely. Carlos on KROQ, what is your good van story?
Hi, so in high school, we used to get to these raves or parties all around L.A. in an old beat-up Volkswagen van, like decrepit, falling apart, like kind of looked like we would be giving out candy, had no seats. But we would all ride to raves and parties in those, and it got us there safe.
Yeah. It's nice when they have no seats.
There is something nice about the inside of a completely decrepit van if it's being used for good and not for evil. Because
I don't know, for some reason it makes you like all rally together,
Right.
like you're in the 70s or something. And you're like, let's just hang out.
You have a bunch of friends that had access to, like I had a buddy that had an old that was his first car. It was an old work van. It was like hollowed out because it was a painter's van, and he was able to buy it cheap used. And it was fun. We had good times. Eventually, I think it was wanted because it was stolen, I believe. So it ended badly as well. But
That's still kind of good.
They don't always end badly. That's my point. Becca, you have a good van story. Usually vans do not get a lot of positive praise. What happened to you?
Yeah, I was the only one in high school that had a car, and it had to be one of those old Volkswagen pop-up vans. So my van was always called, like, the Bang Gang van because everybody lost their virginity in it, except for me.
You just let people hook up in your van?
I mean, they hooked me up with free alcohol and weed, so how can I say no?
How many people do you think lost their virginity in your van?
Oh, like, way over 20.
What?
Probably.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And what was the nickname for it again?
The Bang Gang van or something.
I can't think of anything clever to say about I couldn't figure out a rhyme to say about my van, so I just said Bang Gang.
So people would ask
to
borrow your van, like they'd say, hey, can I pencil in your van for 20 minutes on a Thursday?
No. They would be like, here's $20, drive us to Malibu, park on the road, and I would be on top of the pop-up in the bed, and they would be on the bottom and just close the drapes.
Wow, unbelievable.
So you were kind of operating a bait bus.
Yeah, well, except it was consensual yet again, but it's interesting that
But there's money being exchanged, there's sex being had, and you're driving them to a remote location. I mean, that sounds like
once again, I think this is a problematic van story.
Yeah.
I always think these are starting good, and then I think about it, and I go, each one of these has a tinge of something off.
Are you sure it wasn't the gangbang van?
I think I've seen those clips. Hey, Chase, you have a good van story, you believe?
Yeah, I have a great van story. Back in the mid-'90s, my super rich friends for carpool had one of those RV-type van things that we used to carpool into school, and they had a sick TV in there, so we used to be able to play Super Mario Brothers on the Super Nintendo that they had in there, just all the way there, all the way home. Curtains over the windows. Kind of like your pet mobile van, but it was super cool inside, and we could just hang out.
Well, that'd be the dream. I always think that was the dream, if you were able to set that whole thing up in there.
Especially when they look dingy on the outside, and then you go inside and it's super tricked out.
Right, it's all nice. Charles on KROQ, celebrating vans. Vans don't get a lot of love these days, understandably. They're always involved in shadiness, but people, we're looking for a legitimate good van story. Reward someone with some tickets to go see Justice at this KROQ top secret show happening next week. What's up, Charles?
Yo, what's up, guys? So I got one for you. Back when I used to tour in a band, we would drive around all over the country in one of those Ford Econoline vans, right? But we had a slightly older one, so it used to be called the Ford Club Wagon on the side.
Fancy.
So we rearranged the letters so that it said Wang Club on the side. And then one time we parked in Vegas to sleep somewhere. I don't remember where exactly, but when we woke up in the morning, we had a ticket on the window that the officer had written on the ticket, Ford Wang Club.
Oh, that makes it all worth it.
You got to keep that ticket forever.
That makes it all worth it.
Wang Club.
George, we give you the final word. There's a lot of people that would like to give some love to vans, but we give it to you, George. What's up?
Thank you. So when I was younger, my family had a bunch of pastry shops, and my uncle had this Astro van, and he would deliver pastries to all the different bakeries. And I would just sit in the passenger seat when I was 8 years old, and he would feed me cakes and eclairs while we would drive around. And whenever we had time to kill, he would park in an empty parking lot, let me drive while I was eating, little pastries, and it was the best experience ever. And I missed that Astro van.
And a kid getting free food in a van usually always ends badly.
I know, but also getting to legally drive that thing in a parking lot. So we learned how to drive. Well, there's no shortage of love for vans. We stand corrected, Allie. Apparently vans can legitimately do some good for society.
A lot of these stories still sketchy, though.
Every single one of them, I feel still has something off. Victor, I'm sure there's nothing sketchy about your story, right?
No, just giving love to the vans and a little love for my dad. He provided our lifestyle with his
mobile mechanic business out of the van. And I still remember whenever he was getting his first van, we rode around in just bare bones.
Oh, boy, bare bones. There it is, Allie.
Oh, body.
Always ends up to bodies eventually.
Man.
This is K-Rock. K-Rock, the internet is full of mysteries and riddles. The goal of the internet is to get you to click on as many things as possible. That's what they call clickbait, and we get to the bottom of it each and every week on the show. Today, we will tackle the most important topics facing the internet, like what is the most painful way to die according to science, and what is the scientific reason why you will probably never get over your ex. There are reasons behind these things. All they want you to do is click, but we have your answers. It's time for clickbait. Here we go. All right, we'll start with this one. According to science and nutritionists, eating this fruit can improve your muscle health at a genetic level. Everyone now is concerned and very preoccupied with living forever. There's all those documentaries, Don't Die, and everyone's trying to do these things where they are trying to repair themselves at a molecular level, at a genetic level. This is the one, this is the fruit that if you're eating more of, you can repair muscles at a genetic level.
Well, it's in the name, jackfruit. Gets you jacked.
Jackfruit. All right, Allie, that is a stupid answer, but I will accept it. Jackfruit, Allie claims. When do you ever see jackfruit?
I ain't even heard of that.
Jackfruit.
All right, Allie believes that's what they call
Jack.
That's
she's
what,
right.
When she says it like that. Yeah, she's the bodybuilder now. She should know.
Yeah, well, they started doing that instead of meat. It was like a meat alternative. If you go to Trader Joe's, it's like, do you want to get jackfruit tacos?
According to science experts and nutritionists, eating this fruit can improve muscle health at a genetic level. Omar.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be good old expensive avocados. I know normally you don't think of avocado as a fruit, but it is because it has a big old seed in it. And I think a lot of bodybuilders are probably keeping the secret under wraps, and that's why maybe we're just hearing of this now.
Mm-hmm. All right, fair enough. They do like to upcharge you for avocados in all possible ways.
I know they're very fatty, but if you burn that off.
Jake the Nerd, this is the fruit that can apparently repair muscle health at a genetic level.
Man, it's a good old apple a day thing.
Oh, everyone says maybe that's why. Apple a day. There's some science behind that.
Yeah, I guess apples are kind of an OG.
Everyone's wrong. According to all of the experts, and I didn't think this did anything, but eating grapes
Ugh.
Grapes.
They
Who
claim
cares about grapes?
is not only the benefit for the heart, kidneys, eyes, skin, gastrointestinal system, but can actually repair muscle health at a genetic level.
Yeah, but then
I think it's in the skin, I believe, of the grape. That's where they say all the good stuff is.
Yeah, but then you have them for like a few days, and then they get all like soft and weird and mealy. And
listen, I'm not a fan. I thought it was going to be that $20 strawberry from Erewhon.
Does wine count?
I think wine counts. If you drink
hell
wine.
yeah, I'm in.
Here we go. All right, moving on. Quick bait. Bait. All right, according to science, this is the most painful way to die.
Lit on fire, definitely.
You don't want to die this way because this is painful, and this is the most painful way. Allie says being lit on fire. Jake the Nerd, I feel like this is something you would know about.
I always thought it'd be like the brazen bull or the bronze bull. That was that big bronze bull that we would put you in the side of and roast you alive, and then you would yell out, and it would sound like a bull's, like, moaning.
What is happening?
What are you talking about?
You ever heard the brazen bull, man?
No.
The bronze bull?
Say it more, though.
The bronze bull?
The brazen bull.
The brazen bull, the bronze bull.
That was crazy.
When you get roasted alive. Or
right.
that or fire ants.
Do you realize how many times you said that, Jake?
Brazen bull?
So many.
Brazen bull,
Or the bronze bull. It has two names.
I changed my answer to this.
The most painful way to die is by listening to Jake tell the story about the brazen bull.
Yeah.
That has got to be the most
Or
painful
the bronze bull.
Omar, you got a guess?
It's literally
you know what? Yeah, anything else? I'm going to go with the good old-fashioned gunshot to the stomach. I think when you get a gunshot to the stomach, you tend to live for a while, but it's excruciatingly pain, and I'm basing my answer on Reservoir Dogs when Tim Roth died, because that's how he died in that film.
No brazen bull, dude.
Okay. Thank you, Jake.
Also, I heard drowning's pretty bad.
Oh.
According to science, the most painful way to die. I actually thought, before I read the answer, that if you get the lethal injection, if you're like a prisoner on death row, because I was just watching some movie.
I thought they were doing that for like as a favor because the electric chair was so.
I think that there is a burning that happens internally that apparently is incredibly painful before you get to experience that pain for like. Then usually those people deserve it. I mean, if you're on, you're being killed.
Yeah, but what's worse
someone,
is actually burning.
Or the brazen bull.
The correct answer, according to science, is the brazen bull.
No way!
I can't believe it. I can't believe science knew about it. That's not right. The correct answer, number 3, is being eaten by insects, which can happen. Number
my second thing was fire ants.
2, well, you didn't say it.
How many things do you have written down?
2 is radiation poisoning.
Oh.
And number 1 is, Allie said it, about burning alive.
Oh,
burning
no way.
alive. Congratulations.
Yeah,
All
it sounds terrible.
Final one. There is a scientific reason why it is hard to get over your ex. What is the scientific reason why? They say you will probably never get over your ex, or if you do, it will be very difficult. But what is the scientific reason for it?
Because you'll always be wondering if you should have been with them. Even if you're with somebody new and you're married and whatever, if you have one fight with your current boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you're going to always wonder, maybe I would have been happier with that person. And that's why you can never get over it.
Omar?
Yeah. I think the reason you're not going to be able to get over your ex is because... I don't know. Just cut that bitch off. I don't know. I have no idea, dude.
I know. This is a hard one.
You could just...
How you can't get over your ex.
Yeah, just get over it, man.
Scientific
scientific. Okay.
Scientific.
I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to guess that certain smells... No.
Oh,
certain smells. Certain smells are going to, constantly remind you of, her or whatever, whatever you guys did in that relationship.
The power of smell and memory is there, and that's a good point. If you went to a Cinnabon on your first date, and for the rest of your life you smell Cinnabon, you will... That's an interesting theory, Omar. Jake?
What's your answer, Smelly?
God damn it. Brazen bull.
Okay, he doesn't have a guess.
Great ass!
According to science.
What? Are you getting dementia?
Jake, you're unhinged today, dude.
That's the reason you can't get over it.
It's because of grass?
Great ass!
Great ass, he said. He's actually not wrong this time, guys. According to science, if they were really good in bed,
oh, interesting.
then you will have a hard time ever getting over the amount of pleasure that they brought to you, and that potentially, especially if you are with other people that do not live up to that, it will be a constant kind of barometer.
Because you had good sex, you're like, well, you must have been destined for each other,
Right.
even though good sex really doesn't mean much.
Well, it releases a lot of chemicals, though. And
I know, but you could be totally incompatible with a person and still have great sex with them.
I get it, but that is, according to science, that is why sometimes they claim that when they looked at people that couldn't get over the ex, that was the one thing they all scored very high on, that they had great sexual chemistry. Got to take a break. We'll be right back with more Brazen Bull after this.
Klein Alley Show. Klein Alley Show. 106.7 FM. KROQ. City of Hope.
I'm not allowed to eat anything because I got to go get a procedure after the show. They got to do a endoscopy, colonoscopy, whole thing. So as a result, I've been starving. Little Allie is, oh, you're such a bitch. She brought in a plate of bacon. I can't eat. Oh my God, it smells so good.
I switch up my breakfast routine.
Oh, that smells so good. She just came in with a platter of bacon. Oh my God, that looks.
It's okay, Klein. I got you a water.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Vanessa just showed up with more food. You guys are such.
Oh yeah!
Oh my God, Del Taco!
You guys are all assholes. I know what you're doing.
Come in, Vanessa.
You're just trying to keep rubbing it in my face that I can't eat today. So I've never seen more food.
Oh my God!
It's like a whole box of tacos, a Fiesta pack.
No!
Thanks, guys. Great.
Hold on, let me see what's in here.
So nice to go into a group of friends the day before you've got.
Dude, Fiesta Fest.
I have not eaten. I'm so starving.
Oh man, they smell so good.
All right, thank you. Great.
Woo!
Thanks, guys.
Sorry.
Really
I'm
appreciate
distracted. I'm hungry.
Boy, a bunch of free tacos show up to the station. Everyone just rushes out of the studio. Allie's not even in here. It's unbelievable. I don't know if that's because she's a lesbian or she's hungry, but she... man, look at all that food. People say...
Tacos and bacon, baby.
Tacos and bacon. What a way to... It sounds like the perfect day if I could eat any of it. Thanks a lot, guys.
No kidding.
I do feel a little bad.
And I see pizza just arrived from Prince Street, which is, is one of my favorites.
Oh, my gosh.
It's the...
Klein.
God, that looks so good.
Look at this. If you're looking on the live stream, this is major food porn right now. And I'm not even a huge pizza fan, and this looks incredible.
This morning,
like 50 pounds.
This morning at 6:30, I have not eaten. I'm so hungry, ravenously hungry.
I think you're so weak that you wouldn't even be able to hold this.
I probably couldn't. They brought in a plate of bacon just to make the whole studio smell of bacon, which is a real dick move, by the way.
And it's a smell that lingers for a long period. Pizza smell lingers.
Then they
as well.
replaced that smell by bringing in just bags and bags of tacos from Del Taco, and now they've
tacos, burritos, and chili cheese
look
fries.
Look at those pepperonis, man.
They've got the scoopy.
The box even says happiness. It's so funny.
So this is actually a new pizza too, and you probably know about this, but they did a collab. This is Prince Street Pizza. They just collabed with Hot Girls Eating Pizza.
I know.
And they launched the Hot Girl Pie. Listen to this.
I know, it's only on Sunday.
Diavolo sauce, pepperoni, fresh mozzarella, jalapenos, hot honey, pecorino romano.
Yeah, great.
And
looks great.
It will be available at all locations starting Sunday. And they've also launched a new not ranch.
Yeah, they don't do ranch.
Because they don't do ranch. Okay. But then this not ranch, all the proceeds, if you buy one, is going to go to LA Fire Relief.
I'm happy that people have started to turn on you. Now, at first I thought this was funny. Now it's just cruel. Bringing in pizza to rub it in Klein's face.
That's so funny.
It's not funny anymore. It's not funny.
I don't think I've ever seen you so mad and Jake so happy. Like the polar opposite of feelings. He's just having the best day. Me too.
I'm dancing.
Ow.
I can't even sit down. I'm so excited.
Do you think if I chewed a piece up and spit it in the trash can, that would count? Like, would I get... What do you mean no? Why, Vanessa?
Klein, you don't want to go through this again. Be strong.
Oh, man, that looks
good. It is really good, though.
All right, we got to take a break.
It's got that hot,
all right,
with the spicy and the honey.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Allie.
Damn.
Thanks, Prince Street.
And these pieces are huge. Look at how big
I know. Thank you how big they are. This is the hungriest now I've been officially in my life.
Oh, my God.
That's awesome.
K-Rock, we are Klein Alley Show. Someone is going to have an upgraded lunch experience today. I don't know what sandwich or leftovers you have with you right now, or maybe no plans at all. Maybe you weren't going to eat lunch today. At some point this morning, I think we'll do it in the next 30 minutes here on K-Rock. We will upgrade your lunch by inviting you to come today, have lunch with us here at K-Rock, and enjoy some hang time with the Lumineers. They'll be putting on a little show at the helpful Honda Sound Space. That guest list has been closed for weeks already, but we will squeeze in you and a friend at some point this morning so that we can upgrade your lunch experience. If you have a sad lunch plan today, we want to hear about your lunch plan. Sad lunch plans or no lunch plans, so we can upgrade you to the ultimate lunch today here at K-Rock. That'll be coming up next hour. But first, your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
Well, they think they have the official identity of Dave Grohl's mistress and baby mama. And obviously, he's still been a little stressed. He was just photographed smoking a cigarette outside of a CVS parking lot the other day. And hey, we've all been there. A lot of people were wondering, who did he cheat with? Why did he cheat? And her name says it all. It's Jennifer Young. This is according to Page 6, and I'm still a little skeptical on this because any person can pretty much say, Dave Grohl's my baby daddy, but she swears that it's her and that her kid has his last name and the age of her kid works out to the time that the baby would have been born, and they say she is a 38-year-old Florida-born music lover, and they released some pictures of her, and my thing is that she looks like his wife. So why...
He's got a type.
Yeah, but if you're going to cheat... Don't you cheat with somebody different than the person that you're already married to? I mean, this person is so similar. You might as well just be sleeping with your wife.
Yeah, but you know, the thing about, I would imagine, I don't know what goes on in the head of a rock star, but I would have to think that at some point, to his wife, he's just Dave Grohl. He's just David Grohl. And maybe at one point, he was, oh my God, it's Dave Grohl, the rock star. But over the years, it's just Dave Grohl. And this new person, perhaps, was like, whoa, this is Dave Grohl, the rock star.
Right.
And it's probably an ego thing.
She put some extra spice on it.
Yeah. So perhaps that was what it was. He maybe.
So it's like a more interested version of my wife?
Yeah, maybe all of a sudden the wife's just like... like, think about the Tom Brady situation. I mean, I look at that. Gisele Bündchen, cheated on Tom Brady with her jiu-jitsu instructor, and you go, how you
She didn't cheat. They were already broken up. He cheated on her, didn't he?
Story is that she cheated with the jiu-jitsu instructor, and that was the beginning of the end. I don't know which one is true or not true, but you hear that story, and you go, how's anyone going to cheat on Tom Brady? Good-looking guy, one of the most successful guys that ever was, great athlete. All that stuff.
I really thought it was the opposite. But
man, you love Tom Brady, huh?
He does.
Well,
guy's a bit of a doofus, in my opinion.
Of course. Listen, I actually am not a fan of Tom Brady, but I think to myself, if you're a woman, regardless, and Gisele Bündchen, supermodel, and this and that, and I think she actually probably I think she was a bigger earner than Tom Brady most of their career.
I think she was, yeah.
But still, at some point, it doesn't matter. You're with. They always say, find me a beautiful woman, I'll find you someone that's sick of having sex with them, or whatever that expression is.
Well said.
So poetic.
You've heard that, right? That's how it is. It goes both ways, men and women.
Yeah, all right. Hear it from someone who's loyal, not by choice, right?
I'm not defending Dave Grohl, but I would imagine that it had nothing to do with just physical. I'm sure he was attracted to the woman.
Well, I mean, according to some of the other people he's dated, this has happened before. Because that other woman that had dated him in the 90s, she came out with a book and said it turned out he had two girlfriends and I knew nothing about it, and I don't know how anybody with that kind of lifestyle can have a normal life or a normal relationship. So regardless of whether or not it's a long-term marriage that now I just want somebody to appreciate me, it seems like it doesn't quite matter how long the relationship is or who it is. It's just the intrigue of someone else.
And also, we learned from that pilot that was on with us last week. It's just you're on the road a lot. If you're on the road a lot, it's just hard.
You gotta bang.
You gotta bang. You gotta bang.
You got a lot of vans with a lot of people wanting to jump in them.
I get it.
All right, Starbucks promised to cut 30% of their menu, and that change is taking effect now. They've announced 13 drinks that are leaving their menu. Klein, do you want to do me some honor of having some Amore music while I can read these for you?
Pay tribute to all of the Starbucks drinks that are going away forever?
Here's the full list of Starbucks drinks that are getting the axe. Iced matcha lemonade, espresso frappuccino, cafe vanilla frappuccino, white chocolate mocha frappuccino, Java chip frappuccino, chai cream frappuccino.
Man, they really went too hard on this frappuccino thing, huh?
Caramel ribbon crunch creme frappuccino.
Well, that one sounds good.
Double chocolatey chip creme frappuccino.
I was always the guy behind the person ordering this, and I was so mad.
Can I have the chocolate cookie crumble creme frappuccino?
I was like, God damn it, I just want a black iced coffee. Can I just get that, please?
The white chocolate creme frappuccino. The white hot chocolate, Royal English breakfast latte, and the honey almond milk flat white.
See, clearly I don't think this bothered anyone. Vanessa was actually all freaked out when she heard Starbucks was cutting a bunch of drinks off their menu. She's like, I hope they don't get rid of my brown sugar shake and espresso or whatever you drink.
Yeah, what's your drink?
That one's delicious.
What's it called?
Honestly, I'm really bad at the name. Brown chicken, sugar, oat milk. That's how I order it. They know what I mean.
Do they?
I know you know.
They are NASA scientists over there to be able to decode that.
Jesus.
All right, Luigi Mangione is either a cold-blooded murderer or an American hero, depending on who you talk to, how you look at it. But I think we can all agree, no matter what, the guy's hot, right? And it's the Ted Bundy effect. Not only are people buying up the outfit that he wore in his last court appearance, not only are people also developing ankle fetishes because of his sockless loafer look, he is also getting bombarded with photos in prison, and it's gotten so bad that his legal defense team has had to make a statement asking people to slow down or stop sending photos. They said Luigi appreciates the photos that are sent and kindly asks that people send no more than 5 photos at a time.
Jesus Christ.
That's still so many photos. Please note that every photo is received has to be screened and reviewed by law enforcement. And also last week on Friday, outside the courthouse, there were just baddies lined up outside the courthouse in freezing cold weather, waiting for hours just to get in and get a look at him. Thousands of people have donated to his legal fees, and now he has over $600,000 in donations because girls just want to fix him.
Unbelievable.
They gotta fix him.
Gotta fix it. And he's a bad boy.
I know, but you do look at, and then people are comparing him to like James Franco or whoever. I'm like, he's way hotter than James Franco.
But he also comes from family money.
Yes.
He's got all those things.
And he's got that little bulletproof vest thing on while he's sitting in the courtroom.
I heard Dave Grohl just slept with him. Is that true?
Because he just wants to feel appreciated.
Just wants to feel appreciated. We get into a brand new hour of the show after this. It will be the greatest hour of your life, and here's the hype song to get you in the mood on KROQ.
Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Okay, volleyball. Welcome to a brand new hour of radio goodness here on KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. Nice to meet you. If you haven't checked out the live stream, want to see what it looks like in the KROQ studios? All the asbestos. You can soak it in on our YouTube because we are streaming live right now. Just go find KROQ on YouTube. Subscribe if you could. And you can check us out. You'll want to be locked in for that because this Friday will be Lie Day Friday. We got the lie detector guy set and ready to come in. Allie will be strapped in to answer some hard questions.
Me?
Yes. You have a few things you have to answer for.
Like what?
Your claim that you go 4 or 5 days in a row without farting?
You keep adding days to it.
Well, you said 72
I never said 4
hours easily. 72 hours easily was your quote.
Well, you guys said that the average person farts like 14 times a day, and I'm like, I've gone multiple days without farting.
All right, well, we'll put you on the lie detector and find out for sure. Also, there's some other questions that have come up as well. If you have things you need to know the answer to or things that we've talked about on the show that you don't believe us about.
You're going to strap me up to a lie detector to ask me one question about farting?
That's right.
That's the important stuff.
Yeah. Is that...
All right, get out of here, you.
Is that beneath us or something?
No, I'm not saying it's beneath us. I just think it's kind of a waste of time.
He's coming in for other reasons, too.
I think it's a waste because I think she actually believes it.
Well, we'll find out. The guy said his lie detector machine can tell even if you are lying to yourself. It can figure it out. So we'll get into that. Lie Day Friday. If you have things you've always wanted to know, get us your questions, and we will try to get them asked on Friday. But you also want to be locked in for the YouTubes. You can watch that as it happens live here in the KROQ studios on Friday. Later this morning, this hour, as a matter of fact, we're going to upgrade one of your lunches. So if you've got a bad lunch plan, no lunch plan, or someone pointed out a soggy 3-day-old half a Subway sub in my car that I will be eating later, we can upgrade your lunch by bringing you to KROQ for lunch and Lumineers. Lunch and Lumineers today. That's the one caveat, is you've got to come up with a great excuse, and it will be a last-minute lunch invite, and we'll be doing that at some point this hour, so be ready to call, and we will upgrade your sad lunch plans. Right now, we give you some Green Day, and then we get into everything else we have in store for you. Jake was at a very busy party, as it was a shutting down, little closing time audio with Jake the Nerd, and we'll get to that after Green Day right here on KROQ. K-Rock, we are Klein Alley Show, moments away from upgrading your sad lunch today, so be ready to call and share with us what you had planned so we can give you better plans. But right now we want to go to another sad place, and that is closing time at any bar, where Jake the Nerd oftentimes is still there when the lights go on, when the bartender yells at everyone to get out, and we have that bartender. It's time for a round of closing time with Jake the Nerd.
Closing time.
Thank you for coming, but we are now closed. Hey, you're down to go home now.
So Jake was actually at an after party, because the goal of closing time for Jake is to find other people that are still at the bar when it's closing, and then try to come up with something he can do with them. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times the people say, no, it's okay. They come up with an excuse why Jake
can't. Here you go, sir. A nice sandwich for you.
Yeah.
Take it.
Give him some coin. But Jake ended up at a party after the bars, and he was immediately approached by someone that recognized him from this show, which is exciting for Jake because he's a minor, Z-list celebrity. But this guy really wanted to confirm the fact that he finds us all disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not trying to suck your or anything. But yeah, bro, you're tight as and yeah. Ooh. I heard you don't wash your hair.
You're right. I don't wash my hair.
Yeah, I heard you don't. Last time I was listening, I think you guys were having like a gross off.
This guy heard our gross off on the show. I believe, Allie, you were the winner of the gross off, right? Were you the winner or did Jake beat you? I forget who won the gross off.
I think it was a wash in the end, which was ironic.
Allie won.
No.
Between you and Allie.
Didn't wash my hair tonight.
Bro, you guys are gross, dog. And Klein dresses like dude.
Whoa, don't bring me into this.
No, he's wearing that snazzy Fonzie coat today.
Yeah, I just took off. I took off my jacket already. Well,
he did take it off, and then he took it off and went, I'm not taking it off because you guys are making fun of it. I'm just taking it off because I was going to take it off anyway.
Very hot.
I'm like,
very
okay.
hot.
Yeah, are you in the Matrix?
He really does, dude. Klein dresses like he wears the same black hat and black jacket. He does, dude.
Why did I get brought into this? This drunk guy's talking about how Jake and Allie are gross. It's a great conversation. Then for some reason he just decides to pivot over to me.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Unnecessary.
You do wear. It's not that you dress badly. You just dress the same every single day.
Yeah. Why do I want to put any thought into it? It's Steve Jobs and me.
It's not Steve Jobs.
Me too.
Whatever the guy is, whoever did it.
Look, it's you being. It's not even being lazy. It's just that you don't want to go out of your comfort zone.
That's
you know,
right.
You look good in one V-neck.
Yep.
One's white, one's black.
I'm not wearing that today, am I?
No, you're not going V-neck. You're just going white T-shirt.
So there you go.
Regular
Didn't
neck.
see that coming, did you?
Kind of makes your neck look bigger.
Boom, surprise. This was a drunk woman that approached Jake, and Jake says was the drunkest person he encountered. This woman does not know our show, but I guess her husband. I don't know. Jake, where were you, by the way? You were just at someone's house for a party?
Yeah, it was a party with, I was with Bar Buddy Bob and my lesbian friends.
Wow.
Story checks out.
Yeah, everything about that story is fine.
He loves the show so much, and I'm very drunk. As a wife, he loves everyone. He loves certain people, and he understood. Oh my God, I'm so drunk.
Oh.
No, I'm drunk. I'm drunk.
Is she gonna fall over? She seems like she's about to puke.
What was the question the guy...
I love that she said, as a wife, he loves the show.
Right, as a wife. Well, don't worry. She continues. She makes a lot of sense here.
I am the wife. He knows how much you are. You understand how much Vic knows you more than I do. Oh my God. I'm the wife. I'm the wife. I'm the drunk wife.
That's the wife, in case you're unclear. She's the wife.
Who is she?
But he does know who you are. He loves you. He makes me listen to you, which is because I'm like, I'm a professional.
Oh,
she's a professional. She sounds like it.
Is that her job? Just
She's
generic professional?
Jake, you were the only sober person here, or you were drunk too?
I was getting a little twisted towards the end of the night.
Right, but you were getting just accosted left and right by big fans of yours, huh?
Yeah. I actually had to take her aside to try to talk to her to discourage her from, because she was like all over me, trying to tell me how much her husband loved me so many times.
But not that she loved you.
Yeah, if I said, well, if I get you on tape, she was not going to want to talk to me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
What's great to me is that Jake can continue interviewing drunk people as much as he wants until we find the next Talk to a Girl.
Right.
Some drunk person is going to say something that is going to be worth it. It wasn't this girl,
Wasn't
but
her.
it could be the next one.
Yeah, hopefully it is. If you'd like a lunch upgrade, I don't care what leftovers you have currently. Maybe you have nothing planned. Maybe you weren't going to eat lunch today. We are going to upgrade your lunch to a meal here at KROQ with the Lumineers. And all you got to do is tell us what sad lunch plans you have currently for today so we can upgrade one of your plans, and we'll do that next.
One of the things that just really shook me was how simple and how powerful it was. Justice sound to me is just so badass and so hard-hitting.
There's like this feeling of wanting to let go. Sometimes you listen to it and you kind of digest what's going on in your life.
It's your only way in to an intimate, private KROQ show with Justice.
Hello, we're Justice.
Listen every hour from 9 to 6 to win a pair of tickets to see Justice at a KROQ secret helpful Honda Soundspace pop-up. Instantly get on the standby boarding list for a chance to see him again at KROQ Mile High Club Destination 6. A trip to their show at Red Rocks in Denver, Colorado. Keep listening to win, courtesy of KROQ and Virgin Music. The helpful Honda Soundspace is driven by your helpful SoCal Honda dealers.
All right. Well, this is something I'm sure I'll regret later, but here you go.
Get on with it.
For your entertainment, I guess, why not, right?
Let's do it.
It was a Friday a few weeks ago, middle of January, where I got a call just after the show was ending from my wife that said, do you have my car? And I said, I do not have your car. And she said, well, then it was stolen. And I said, that's impossible. And lo and behold, the car was stolen. Had to go to LAPD. Clearly, it is not a priority because cars get stolen all the time. We heard from quite a few of you that have shared many stories of cars getting stolen, some getting found, some never getting found. And we got to a point where earlier this week, they officially deemed her car a total loss. And through insurance and everything else, we were able to basically, she got her new car over the weekend. So I thought it would be the perfect time to have Jake call her as a police officer. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea.
It's great. It's a great idea.
And so Jake decided to call and say, I know he didn't say he knew she had a new car. I knew that, but that they found her other car, and it was in this was her biggest fear, is that she would get her car back in drivable condition, but it would be so disgusting that she would never be able to
drive it again,
even though she would have to drive it again. So rather than be the supportive husband that I try to be on a regular basis, I decided, let's try to do something that could be fun for the show. And already I regret this, so take a listen. This happened yesterday after the show, and I have not stopped hearing about it since.
Hello?
Hello, is this the Danielle Klein?
Who's this?
This is Officer Medina with the LAPD North Hills Division.
Hi, yes, this is her.
Hi, great. I'm calling to inform you that we have found your Land Rover attempting to cross. Yeah, I was attempting to cross the border yesterday.
No way.
Yeah.
I literally just went through insurance and I just got my new car.
Oh, well, that's
So
great.
what does that mean though? I mean,
Well, the good news is it's not a total loss. There are some scratches to the driver's side door. You're going to have to get a couple new tires and wheels. But you will have to come down to a San Diego tow yard and pick it up.
wow. Okay, this is, so now I don't understand. What do we do?
Oh, well,
Because
yeah,
you're
you'll have
saying
to come
get
down
the
and pick it
car.
up.
And then do you happen to know if, like, any of the stuff that was in it was left in there? Probably not, right?
Well, there's probably, I'm sure these are not your items, because it appears as if the thieves were using the car as some sort of mobile drug lab. We found
those are not.
Yeah,
not
we
mine.
found
It would be kids stuff. So
I'm sorry?
it would be kids stuff in there.
Oh, yeah, we found an abundance of paraphernalia normally associated with labs and shoot-up sites, so you might want to hire a professional biohazard team to get rid of all that residue and needles, etc.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want that. I guess that.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you mind if I add my husband into this call?
Sure, yeah.
Sorry, because I'm not. Hold on 1 second. Kevin?
Hi.
Hi, you're on with the sheriff.
Officer Medina with the LAPD North Hills Division.
What?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, we found your car attempting to cross the border into Mexico yesterday.
Being used for drug paraphernalia.
Well, it appears as if they're using it as a mobile drug lab. Right now, there's an abundance of paraphernalia in the car. It also appears as if they used the vehicle to transport livestock. There's a leftover droppings and feed, and a smell that might not be able to get removed in the car. But we did recover a car seat that has also been soiled, and a brown coat was found in the car.
Oh my God!
Or any of those items here?
The car seat, and if it's a brown coat, yes.
Oh, great. Yeah, those are still there for you. But the car is in a tow yard in San Diego, and you might want to pick it up as soon as you can because each day it's a $125 fee that will accumulate.
I guess Kevin, I don't understand this.
Can you go?
What? Me?
Well, I don't know
San Diego?
It's in San Diego?
Is this something that we can talk to insurance? I mean, I don't want a car back either that had drugs in it with kids and drop-ins.
The problem is that they find the car. It's now we have to...
I don't think so with insurance.
Officer, is there a certain amount of days where you have to find it where it's not considered a total loss?
Yes, if we find it within 90 days, it's still your responsibility. So I believe I have it here as January 17th. Is that the day?
I don't know. I don't even know.
This is insane. I've never... But nobody's going to drive around a car with droppings and
well, you'll be surprised what some of these addicts will do to a car and what they can live with. It is insane. But.
Yeah, I'm not driving around with kids. That's considered. Kev, we got to get insurance on the phone.
They've gone in the car too, though, before the kids. So.
What?
Well,
what are you talking about, Kevin? He's talking about the new... What are you talking about? He's talking about my old car. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was telling your wife that you're going to have to get a professional to clean for the biohazard and the smell, animal droppings, etc.
Then I'm going to call and see if we can get back the new car because...
No, Kevin, I'm not driving around a car that had drugs all over it and droppings. That's insane. We need to get on the phone with
But we can't have two cars. We're going to have to pay for both cars now.
I think we need to get in touch with insurance, Kevin, right? Because you can't do anything
Well, I feel like the first step should be trying to recover your car as soon as possible. Like I said, each day it incurs a fine.
So how much do we owe you to this point?
Well, right now, it's the first day will be... Oh, it's not even to me. It's to the tow yard. It'll be $125 per day.
Hold on. All right. We need to get Shim and insurance on the phone, okay?
Hold on. Does anyone on this call's husband work in radio?
What?
I have a wife.
Is it possible this whole thing is a prank?
Kevin?
Mr. Klein.
I love you, baby. It's a prank.
Oh, my God. I hate you. Kevin. No, not okay.
Oh. Now you know you don't have to pick up a car in San Diego. She hung up. All right.
It's just Jake sitting by himself.
Oh, man. I'm just alone in a room now.
It took me a second to realize you hung up.
Oh, I can't believe Beetlejuice called your wife.
I don't know
to say the car was recovered.
I regret that, but... Nalle Show. I don't really oftentimes have lunch plans. I feel like a lot of people, they go into their day. If you know you've got a good lunch plan, maybe you pack something decent you're excited about, or you randomly have a plan, or every once in a while the company's like, we're bringing in lunch, it's already going to be a better day because you have that to look forward to.
I think this is 99% of the reason why you're grumpy most days is because you don't have lunch plans.
That's very true. And you'll notice on days where you're like, you seem like you're in a good mood today, it's probably because I have some
Even
sort
a
of
snack.
a plan for lunch. We'd like to upgrade one of your lunches right now, bringing you to KROQ today. We'll feed you, and you'll get to stick around and check out the Lumineers. It's happening at the Helpful Honda Sound Space. That guest list has been closed for a while, but we were asking yesterday, could we pretty please try to sneak in a listener last minute, and all of a sudden someone thinks they're going in today to eat tuna fish out of a can, and then we upgrade their lunch big time.
Man, I'd kill for some canned tuna.
Let's go ahead and talk to people on the phones right now. Jake will rate all of your lunches on the 1 to 5 I Eats It scale. We'll start with Vince. Vince, what is your plan currently for lunch today?
I was going to open up a protein bar, sit alone in my car, and join an AA meeting.
Oh, man.
That's
now,
a perfect storm.
If you come to the Lumineers instead of going to the AA meeting, is there a fear of relapse, or is that going to be on us?
No, I'm never on that wagon.
Okay.
I just joined the meeting.
What was the flavor of your protein bar you had planned to eat for lunch today?
Peanut butter chocolate.
That's a good combo.
You know what? Lunch just got a lot less sad. Jake, how many I Eats It you give that?
5 I Eats It.
It's a 5
You're
already.
already starting with a 5 when it's a granola bar?
Hey,
good. I Eats It.
I guess whoever gets the lowest I Eats It score would be the person that we would technically say is the saddest
I
lunch,
think,
right?
spoiler, all of them are going to be 5 I Eats It's.
Kyle on KROQ, looking for someone that's got sad lunch plans today, so we can upgrade your lunch, bring you to KROQ, let you eat some food and watch the Lumineers. What's up?
Yeah, so I had a potential new customer lunch meeting, and they canceled on me. So it went from a good lunch to now I have nothing, no food.
Oh, so you're going to do like a power lunch thing?
Get to expense it and everything?
Yeah, all that.
Oh, man.
There's nothing
now
more
you're like,
exciting.
should I just go to Chipotle?
I had a buddy that had a corporate card. It was the greatest thing ever because every once in a while he'd be like, "Hey guys, we're meeting," and he would throw out some nice place, and we all just knew he would pay for it. And then a couple times he'd throw it out. I'd literally get there, park, and get to the table. He'd be like, "Guys, can't make it," and I was like, "Oh," and then I just have to slowly get up and leave.
Because you would never stay on your own.
No lobster roll for me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have an $80 steak for lunch by myself.
You're like, parking's only free for 15 minutes. I need to go right now.
All right, Maria, what is the sad lunch you have planned? We're going to upgrade someone's lunch. By the way, Jake, how many I Eats It you give that person who's got nothing planned?
But he didn't have anything, so I can't give it any I Eats It.
0 I Eats It. Maria on KROQ, what's up?
Hey, guys, you guys have to help me. I have some sad sardines and some lettuce because there wasn't croutons or tomatoes. Just lettuce.
You have a head of lettuce with you and sardines?
No, it's not a head of lettuce, but it's just lettuce, chopped up lettuce and white rice and some sardines.
I Eats It.
Oh, Jesus, Jake.
So disgusting.
How many I Eats It you give that?
5.
That's another 5.
Sardines and chopped lettuce?
The rice makes it.
I think that's what Klein brings in most days.
Are these people going to have to bring it in and have Jake eat it for lunch?
I think that
we're going to make Wes eat it.
Yeah, we're going to have to. We're going to have to do a straight up trade for the. If you can't just claim you have this, you have to bring it here, and then that'll be your entry into our lunch today.
You got to turn in your lunch.
Turn in your lunch, and it's like one of those gun turn-in programs where we give you a Target gift card. You bring in your crap lunch, and we invite you in. So don't call and give us some nonsense about cans of sardines and heads of lettuce unless you legitimately have them. Let's say hi to Ashley. Ashley, what is your sad lunch plan today?
Hi, my plans for lunch today were to get my fingerprints done for work.
Oh, man, that sucks. You have like a chore you have to take care of.
So no food involved at all,
Exactly.
and you had to go get
None.
fingerprinted, and what is that? So they can do a background check on you?
Pretty much.
Dude, and that like comes with the stress of, am I going to be back in an hour and all that crap, and how long is the line, and all of that just sounds terrible.
I'm at work right now, so I won't have to do it till I get off of work.
Mm-hmm. And so you plan on eating, your plan was to eat nothing today and just go get your fingerprints taken.
Yeah.
Jake, how many I Eats It?
That's 1.
Still got 1.
Is the thing you'd eat our fingers?
I mean, your fingers might be tasty.
That's still got 1.
It's like Cheeto dust, maybe.
Elena, you have a sad lunch plan today. We're going to upgrade someone's sad lunch and give you the ultimate lunch experience right here at KROQ with the Lumineers. What's up?
Okay, so I usually eat in my car.
And today it's provided by the World Central Kitchen. So I have some family that unfortunately can't live in Altadena right now, and they brought some. So this is what I'm having.
So you're eating like donated lunch out of your car.
Oh, yeah.
Jake?
Oh, 5. Easy.
Eating in your car seems like a sad thing, but
not anymore.
I love eating in my car.
It's been very normalized.
It's sometimes my favorite place to eat.
Yeah, but I mean, everything, but that's a sad story she included the fires, and she didn't say the fires, but we assume she's Altadena. We assume that's why, right?
Yeah.
She could be unrelated altogether, but we're going to believe that anyway. So it's a sad story.
Well, yeah, it's also,
great lunch.
Great lunch, probably, right?
We don't know. It depends what was donated today.
Is good.
Yeah.
Let's say Kyle on KROQ. Sad lunch upgrade on KROQ will involve someone getting here with the Lumineers. What's up?
How are you guys doing? I'm planning on catching the bus to my parents in Lake Forest and having a beef teriyaki bowl.
You're going to go all the way to your parents for a free teriyaki bowl?
Not free, but just to hang out and see my grandma and do some fishing.
It sounds like a great day.
Jam-packed lunch break.
I don't know. Kyle, are you bragging now?
You're going to eat lunch, visit your family, and catch another lunch?
Yeah.
You can go to Lumineers if I can go to your thing.
Yeah.
He's eating lunch while catching dinner.
I know.
He's got the whole day planned. I don't want to take you away from that.
I want to go to your Grammys.
Vanessa on KROQ. Nothing worse than having a sad lunch. You know it's looming over your head. You've got nothing planned or something terrible planned. What do you have on deck today? Let's change it.
Hi, Klein Alley.
Hi. What's up?
Hi. So I have I just have time for some old, those bag of salads.
Oh, the bag salads that you get at the grocery store?
There's some leftover. It's a little brown, but I'll just pick out the brown stuff.
Brown salad?
Yeah, it has dressing.
Been there before, yeah. It's probably like a sesame something.
Yeah, brown salad is sad. Brown bag salad.
Ate the cheese.
Your daughter ate the cheese?
It's Parmesan cheese on Caesar.
So all the good stuff's gone already? So all you have left is brown lettuce? Man, that's pretty sad. Hold on. Jake?
And you're go ahead.
That still gets 5. I eats it? A brown salad bag?
You picked the brown parts out, she said.
Jake, every one of your scores is either 5 or nothing.
What's your I eats it for the brown parts?
Oh, I don't eat those parts.
Andre?
Everyone's been there, though, with that brown salad.
What's your sad lunch?
Well, sweet dibs, first off.
Thank you.
I have an apple. That's it, because I made my lunch for my daughters, and they forgot to pack myself lunch, so all I have is an apple.
That's the worst because it's also healthy. It's not even one good thing.
What kind of apple?
Red apple.
Oh, dude, that's one of the worst apples,
Red
man.
apple?
But if it's Honeycrisp, when it's got reddish green, that's good.
Yeah, but
no, it's soft in the corners.
Oh, and if it's like that deep red.
All right, guys, I feel bad. We a lot more people claim they have much sadder lunches. We're going to have to break these down after the Linkin Park song is done.
Right now, it seems like we should give them to Jake.
Yeah, I think Jake is going to win this whole thing right here. Just for all the I eats he gave to people with fingerprints. We'll come back, announce the winner next, Kara. Usually I get really hungry during the show, but after hearing about everyone's sad lunch plans today, I'm less hungry. The good news is we get to upgrade someone's lunch and invite them here to KROQ to see the Lumineers. And there's no shortage of people that have sad lunches. I didn't realize everyone, even the people that have no lunch plans, are already a step ahead of many of the people that we talk to.
Yeah.
So congratulations to everyone, and I'm sorry that we can only upgrade one of you and upgrade your lunch, but we did talk to someone that has a leftover brown salad. And that is Vanessa. Vanessa, we would love you to bring us your sad brown bag salad. We'll trade it in for a lunch here at KROQ today with the Lumineers, all right?
Yay! Thank you, guys.
All right, hold
I'll
on.
be there.
All right,
Don't
great.
forget to bring it in because
You gotta
Jake
bring
will
it.
eat it.
Jake is going to eat it.
Oh, I'm going to bring that.
Bring him that soggy brown salad. Nothing sadder than the salad leftover.
Klein, I don't know if I should be thanking you or if I should be mad at you because of something you did recently inspired me to do something that has now caused me a lot of anxiety. A couple weeks ago, you cleaned yourself out, you got yourself a colonoscopy, and did a big thing about it on the air, and talked I don't know if you've gotten the results of that yet.
No, I don't answer because I don't want to hear bad news, so I just ignore the number.
So we were talking about it because you're like, yeah, I know it's like something that, doctors say you should do, but more and more people are doing it younger and younger, and early detection is everything, et cetera, et cetera. And we were talking about it so much that I was like, hey, maybe I should get a mammogram. I haven't done that in a pretty long time. I've only done one, actually. And I did one, and now they found something, and they're doing an ultrasound.
No.
Boobykins. Yeah.
That's what they found.
They found a boobykins in there.
Is that what they said?
Yeah. It's an unidentified boobykins.
It's terminal
And I'm like, I was just doing this as like an afterthought, and they made it so easy, and now I'm getting this thing where there's actually something there, and they need to like.
What does something there mean other than boobykins? Clearly, we know that already. But what
That's
is
Kaiser for you.
what is? I don't know. Could be nothing. Could be boobykins. We don't know.
No boobykins.
What do they call it exactly? It's
Is
like
it a mass?
They didn't say mass. They said like an unexplained something, which
That
is
may have been you.
Which is my
Unexplained something is your nickname.
It was my right one, so my smaller one, which I was like, the smaller one, come on.
That's already such a bummer.
But there's also, it's not like there's a whole lot of prep for this. You basically just get your boobies smashed. But I did read on the day of my appointment, it was like, check in now. And then it was like, by the way, you can't wear any deodorant on the day of the mammogram. And I'm like, what? Why didn't you tell me that?
Perfect for you.
No,
right?
I wear deodorant.
All the time.
Yes, I wear it every day.
A regular user of deodorant, but you didn't. But you went.
But
in
I
there.
didn't think, I should not wear deodorant because it could interfere with the results of the actual mammogram.
So you think that's what they're going to come back and say the results are? You have secret on?
Well, I could make it inconclusive or whatever, but this thing is a focal asymmetry.
Hold on.
Posterior depth.
Why do they have to use such smart words for
Medial-lateral oblique view only, and no other significant masses, but we have ordered an ultrasound. It appears indeterminate. And now I'm like, dude, I would have never gotten this if you hadn't gotten your thing.
You're right.
And so maybe if there is something, wow, what a great thing that you inspired me to go do this.
Maybe I saved you.
Maybe you saved my life.
Hey, what did I say was one of my goals this year, Allie? What did I say one of my goals was every year?
Citizen's arrest?
No, the other goal.
Robbing an armored car?
The third goal.
Saving someone's life?
Saving someone's life.
And then there you go.
Who
Maybe
would've
you have
thought
saved my life.
That I indirectly saved Allie's life. And I don't want to
And
say.
maybe there's nothing there, and it was just a huge inconvenience and worrying for no reason.
And I just want to say to Allie and to Boobykins that that's good. That's right. You listen. Nothing sexy about it, especially with you.
Thank you.
But
well, you should have seen the process of itself because seeing it all smashed is even hotter.
I don't even know what goes on in there.
Really?
No idea.
Oh no, you place a boob on like a plastic table.
I thought,
and then they lift.
It's like a big vice, right?
Yeah, they lift your boobie and they put it on the plastic thing, and then they smoosh it down
to make like art.
Yeah, to make like that's cool tie-dye.
Yeah.
Like a Picasso.
It's actually Jake's shirt.
Oh, that's how Jake makes all of his shirts? That's crazy.
And then they smash it down, and you have to hold your breath, and then they take a picture.
Wait,
and then they do
hold
the
on.
other smashy on the other side to get the...
If you're watching YouTube now, Allie's demonstrating on herself. So like a panini press sort of thing?
Yeah, basically. But it's like a clear panini press with like a a lot of radiation. But you put your boob on there
Go
and
ahead.
they smash it down.
Look at you smash.
Yeah, and
Wow.
then they smash it really hard to the point where it almost hurts, and then they take a picture. And then they do the other one, and they smash that one down, and then they do like a side view. They do 2 obliques, so they did 4 pictures total.
And when they smash it, does it stop it?
The car horn comes out.
They do make that noise? Is that part of it? That's good. That's good. That's good move. So are you on a 1 to 10 level of concern? Are you a 10?
No, I'm not at a 10 because I don't think I'm a worrier, really, but I would say probably a 4, like 3 or 4, just because I wasn't thinking about this at all, and now I'm like, dude, this would... Like, what if this is the thing that, I just on a whim I decided to get this, and now there's something there. But I do think that, this happens a lot. Like, people on the text line just now are already saying, look, that's happened to me. It ended up being totally fine. I just have super dense boobies, but it did look like cancer, and ultrasound ruled it out. So it's important to get these so that you can just always have nice pictures of your boobs.
You get to keep the picture? Did they send you the pictures?
No, I want to see the pictures.
Huh. Yeah, you got a long list of things you have to give us. Those, add that to the list, but we need those, and we need you getting run over by the guy in the Target parking lot.
Yeah, I know. I have to apparently walk into the police station this week and
to demand that video.
Yeah, to demand a police report so that they can get the footage at Target.
Allie, nothing but good vibes in your general. No one sends good vibes around here better than Vanessa. So, Vanessa, if you'd like to send any good vibes to Allie's boobs, now would be the time, Vanessa.
Allie's boobies. Everything's gonna be okay.
Great. There she is.
Okay, booby kids.
She's the best. Quick break. We're back with more show. Your ADD news. And we're going to get you on the standby boarding list so you can travel to Mile High City as part of KROQ's Mile High Club and see Justice once here and once there. We'll send you to Denver and get you on that standby boarding list next.
Klein.
Alley Show. Klein Alley Show. 106.7 FM. KROQ.
Rock, Klein Alley Show. Lots of chances to win from us this morning. We got tickets for you to see. Which comedian, Vanessa, are we doing at the Hollywood Bowl? I always forget.
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais.
Gervais?
You'll get tickets to see Ricky Gervais at the Hollywood Bowl. That's coming up a little bit later this morning. And also, we will get you into When We Were Young. Just announced what a lineup, including the return of Panic at the Disco. They called it quits. It felt like just a year ago. And now they're having a reunion show next October, and you will be
Right
there.
around the kid's first birthday, right?
That's right. So, Allie is about to die.
No, it's not necessary. Well, according to the medical advice that I was given.
I thought someone told you yesterday, hang up and call 911 immediately.
So, I think medical advice is
boy.
a little
This
bit
is-
overrated, depending on the thing that you're getting advice
from
for.
someone you meet in an elevator, sure. But from a medical professional, that's not really medical advice.
Look,
that's them doing their job.
Okay.
Yes,
hello? They're doing their job. Yes, of course. According to the little, tablet that's in front of them that's saying, click here. Okay, if they say this, send them to the emergency room.
No, it's not according
Correct
to the
me if
tablet.
I'm wrong. You've been sick for now 11 days? 12 days?
This is day 10, actually, Omar.
Now, what in the world, why wouldn't you listen to a medical professional to make you feel better?
Okay, so all of this started because my kid had a horrible virus. Unfortunately, he had a seizure as a result of the virus. Now he is fine.
Because Allie didn't listen to any of the medical
No.
advice they gave. So that's why his situation...
He'll be fine.
Yeah, his situation worsened quickly.
Then that was me calling 911. That is an emergency, right?
Yes.
The ambulance showed up and everything. They took us to the hospital. This is now me being sick for 10 plus days. Yesterday, I was kind of given a passive-aggressive suggestion from Katie to call a doctor because at this point, it's just getting a little out of hand,
And,
right?
and by the way, we've all said that too, because you're bringing your funk and your germs and you're gross in here.
Yeah, it's gross.
And we all sit around and we're all very close to, way too close to each other. For
Weren't you just like 4 days ago looking up the symptoms for mono? Didn't you think you had mono?
Yes, but that's past now. I don't think I have it because there are some of the symptoms. I'm getting new ones and other ones are going away. It's always changing.
You're
You
one of
gotta
those
keep
people
up,
that
keep
are
up.
hopping on WebMD and think they know better than the actual doctor.
No,
doctors go to school for a long time, right?
Long time. They're probably still in debt.
So what I did was I decided, all right, I'm going to call the nurse hotline and just get some medical advice, okay? And let me just start by saying,
What do you say it like that? Medical advice.
Yeah, you sounded so...
What the hell?
These are professional nurses, Allie. They know what better than you do because they deal with idiots like you all day, every day.
Yes, but all of us have ignored medical advice at one point or another, whether it's on the back of a bottle of something or hey, don't drink on this medication, don't walk because this might...
First of all, Allie, that's not medical. The back of the bottle is not medical advice. That's
Yes, it is.
instructions for how to take the medicine.
Yeah,
That's
and
not
it's
advice.
and it's their advice that you don't drink while you're on these meds, but everyone
Advice
does
is
it.
like a friend who says you should wear some of those socks when you fly so you don't get blood clots in your. That's like advice.
All right.
You're talking about rules.
I call the nurse hotline and they say, all right, what's going on? And I say, well, I've been sick for 10 days almost now. And what are the main problems? I'm like, well, I've got this swollen throat that seems to be getting worse. And it's kind of tough for me to swallow. I still can't taste or smell anything. I've had a lot of nausea. I'm getting headaches. There's all this stuff I'm listing off, right?
You're a real catch.
And
Is that what they said?
Sounds terrible, man.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. But the body aches have gone away. So that's a plus. And then I said, I think they said, what's the worst symptom? The one you're most worried about? I said, well, the throat is kind of, concerning considering, if I'm talking for long periods, my voice gets tired and it's hard for me to swallow and it's getting really unenjoyable to eat.
And also who your mom is.
Yeah, the throat goat.
Right. So
yeah,
you're the next
I did
in
name
line.
drop her.
Yeah. If you have a bad throat and you're next in line to the throat goat, it's embarrassing to your whole family
Exactly.
creed.
I think I'm incompetent, my whole family.
Right.
I can't face them at Thanksgiving.
Right.
So then she goes, all right, well, has your sore throat gotten worse in the last 24 hours? And I said, yeah, actually it has.
Yeah, thanks for asking. Good advice. Bye.
And I'm thinking yeah, I guess it's gotten worse. So she goes, go, clickety click. My advice to you is to hang up with me and call 911 right now. And I was like, whoa. Hold on a second, lady.
You already used your 911 call.
I have already called 911 a week ago, and that was the whole experience is extremely expensive. I had to get an ambulance.
Right.
I don't think that's really what I need here. And she was like, well, that's what I'm telling you. And I was like, do you have anything else?
Wait, that got it went to like 100 real quick.
That's what I thought, Omar.
well,
I was like, this is like her checking off a box because you click, then they think my air cavities are closing up and then I'm going to not be able to breathe.
If you're having trouble breathing and you feel like your throat is closing.
Isn't everyone having trouble breathing? Come on.
Listen, they're trying. Everyone wants to pass the buck and they don't want to be the responsible. So even if there's something.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I understand. And probably 911 was the most extreme. I mean, it's like a couple times you go to like a doctor for something small. They're like, look, this is outside of my whatever. Why don't you just go to the ER? And you're like, but I don't think this is an emergency. But they're not saying go to the ER because it's an emergency. They're saying go there because they got a wider range of whatever's there that can figure out where you belong.
We have a wide range of things to charge you for.
Yeah, that's true.
Going to the emergency versus calling 911 is very different. Like calling 911 is such a state of urgency. That's shocking
and
to me.
And I feel like if I called 911, they would laugh at me.
Well,
saying my nurse hotline told me to call you
guys. At least you'd hear laughter.
But
yeah, finally.
So then I said, all right. Shut up.
That's a good one, Allie.
Right?
You found your sweet spot.
So then I
finally found that audience you were craving.
I said, Miss, I'm not going to call 911. And she said, okay, then I need to read this statement to you that you are refusing my medical advice. I said, all right, read away. So she reads the statement, and then she goes, do you understand? I said, yes, I do. She said, all right, the next level of care is that you need to go to the emergency room right away. I was like, next.
Just skip that too. Do you have to agree to that statement as well?
Yes.
All right.
Every time she had to read me a statement. So then she goes, what about urgent care? I was like, seems like that'll be a long wait as well.
Well, can we skip all the way to the part where you just tell me to take a warm bath? Because that I can do.
And then I was thinking, why did I call?
Yeah,
you know, like what am I really looking for? Because people really just call with something in their mind that they want.
They want to hear.
They want to hear. So then what I want is for you to just I just want to stop by a doctor's office and have them look at my throat. That's really all I want.
So why don't you just do that?
I do. I have an appointment today, and I think I'm going to cancel.
Great. Because they're going to give you some of that advice.
I feel better.
That medical advice
I'm
that
good,
you don't
guys.
need. All right,
I'm
great.
on the tail end, I swear.
All right, well, R.I.P. It's been nice knowing you, Allie. There she goes. News right now, then we will immediately get you on the standby boarding list. You can be a part of KROQ's Mile High Club and get to see Justice at a top secret location that apparently has been leaked all over the internet. And you will get into that top secret location on Monday when it's happening. We don't know what time, but we know the location and we know exactly what day it's happening. It'll be you and Justice, and your chance to win your way in is happening after this news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right, since we just heard some Nirvana, I'll start with this story. If you're a fan of nostalgia, you'll be a fan of this news. Paramount Plus is adding a bunch of classic MTV Unplugged episodes, and that includes the Nirvana performance, Oasis, REM, Bob Dylan, and many more. They've added more than 100 episodes of MTV's Unplugged, VH1 Storytellers, and CMT Crossroads. Were you a part of any of those?
No. But VH1 Storytellers, I remember something about that when I used to work there. But I don't...
Was it really hood or really good?
It was really... that was a different show.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. That was Snap TV. That doesn't exist anymore.
Snap TV.
That's gone.
And more than 70 of these episodes have not been available to the public for more than 20 years.
That part I find so crazy because I do...
You can watch these on YouTube, can't you?
I feel like I see them all over. I constantly see clips of, especially that, Nirvana Unplugged all the time. So the fact that wasn't available to watch in its entirety, I find that hard to believe.
Yeah,
but I guess not.
I'm not sure. Yeah, but they're going to be added and available to stream, and so that's one.
I mean, not enough for me to sign up for Paramount Plus, but
seriously, I'm like, that's cool. And moving on.
I can still do that 7-day trial and cancel for the 8th time. Why not? Right?
Do they have a limit on how many times you can do that?
Not if you have more email addresses. You can keep it going.
All right, we haven't heard much good airplane news lately, so let me sift through all the bomb threats and the mysterious smoke and share this one story about JetBlue. They have offered to reimburse you for your vacation if you experience significant rainfall that ruins your sunny vacation plans. They said, we know how important vacations are, and by offering coverage against weather disruptions, we're ensuring our customers can focus on enjoying their trips with confidence and peace of mind.
It's funny because we started doing something on this show where if it does rain in Southern California and as a result you mess up one of your wheels, tires, rims, etc. by going through a pothole, which seems to happen the second we get rain here in L.A., call us up, let us know. I was listening to your show. I ran into a pothole. Now I need a new tire, and we'll take care of that. Then we started doing that. I like that other companies are doing the same thing, although it sounds like JetBlue is letting you still take your vacation, and then afterwards, if you got a lot of rain, they'll reimburse you, or you have to cancel before.
No. I think if you're there and it happens, they might reimburse you. But it's kind of muddy because they're explaining it might only qualify for people who booked vacation packages through JetBlue. So it might be part of the new insurance coverage that they're offering, but you could also go anywhere and claim that you planned on going vacationing there, and just because the weather sucked,
start planning places where you think it's going to rain. Because
plan out a storm, and then you get to go visit that place and then get reimbursed.
I feel like you, Allie, as El Cheapo, would definitely go to a place. Because, there's certain places they say, don't go during the rainy season, because they go, usually it's beautiful and sunny, but then they get, rain 20 out of the 30 days of the month. But usually that's the best time to go as far as rates are cheaper, flights are cheaper, hotels are cheaper. You're not scared about rainy season?
No. And then you try to make use of it, I remember on my honeymoon, it was actually one of the worst weather that Thailand had ever had. And I was outside in my hotel in a hot tub while it was raining, and it was beautiful.
I'm sure. Made the most of it.
And I tried to make it as romantic as possible. All right. A lot of people are doing... February is a really depressing month, and a lot of people are going through it right now. And I think we can all agree it's kind of been rough politically and for a lot of different reasons, and you might want someone to talk to. Well, the American Psychological Association is warning you not to talk to robots about your mental health. They're saying a lot more people are using chatbots or AI to talk to somebody because they feel like they don't have a lot of other people to talk to. And while it's better to, I guess, talk to anybody rather than just keep it in and not let anybody know that you're struggling, it's not like any of these AI chatbots are licensed professionals. And in some cases, they are masquerading as licensed mental health professionals when they are not. And then some of these conversations can actually turn really dark.
Really?
A few of my friends have had really deep conversations with AI. Just talking about the world around us and what it all means, and just kind of deep chats.
I feel like I would love a robot therapist. They're saying don't do it. I feel like I would do that.
Well, if you're at risk and you're you're grappling with a really tough decision, you know what I mean? A chatbot is probably not the best resource for you. You should talk to somebody who's a licensed professional.
I've had not a lot of luck with human therapists, so I feel like a robot one may be just the thing I'm looking for.
Just choose a hot one.
Yeah, I got to find a hot robot therapist.
Or if you're on a budget, call KROQ, Johnny or Vanessa will take care of it.
Of course, we'll talk to you.
Whatever you're going through.
If you have no one else to talk to, there is us.
And they are definitely not licensed. I will say that for sure.
No, none of us are.
All right, well, we got your tickets and your standby boarding list spots after this on KROQ.
Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning. Welcome to your Tuesday here at KROQ. We've already upgraded someone's lunch plans for today, and instead of eating their brown bag salad they brought, leftover salad, all the cheese picked out, they're going to get to bring that brown bag salad to KROQ. They're going to get to have some lunch with the Lumineers a little bit later
Did you
this
say
morning.
brown bag?
Brown bag.
Oh,
boy. Allie.
That's out of context. Even in context, I think it was problematic. But maybe, Omar, you could defend me a little bit.
You missed the beginning of today's show. All I will say is if you missed it, and a lot of you, I would argue 95% of you listening right now did not hear the first half an hour of today's show. Check out the podcast and you'll understand why Allie did this.
Before you call and complain, just please listen to the context at least. I really did it for Omar.
Yes, you did. It's very funny. And I'm going to use it against you for the rest of my life.
Thank you.
All right.
Great. Glad I did it.
Caller 20 now, 800-520-1067. The giving continues. We got a spot for you on a standby boarding list so you can travel to Denver, Colorado, the Mile High City, and be a part of KROQ's Mile High Club. Go to see Justice there. And just for getting your name on the list, you will get to see Justice at a private show happening next week. You'll only find out where and when that is if you win your way in. That's the only way to get in. And that starts now. It will happen all day long here at KROQ, straight up through 6 p.m.
Man, Omar was really trying to find a way to crowbar that into
Couldn't
the show.
wait.
Yep.
Did you say brown bag?
David in Garden Grove, good morning. What's
David,
up?
are you Latino?
Hell yeah.
David, you are caller 20. The celebrations can continue, and you will be seeing Justice next week at a private show. And also, hold on, I'm going to write your name on the standby list.
I'll be seeing Lumineers later on tonight or today.
Oh man, you got a big social calendar plan. Hang tight, David. Hopefully, you won your way into that Lumineers show. Don't just show up and assume you'll get in, because that's just not how it happens.
No, I think the line's already there.
Oh, the line's already started downstairs?
Yeah, I think so.
Johnny, why don't you go down there and wow the people? The crowd loves you, Johnny. Big fan of Johnny. All right, well, Allie, how would you like to introduce this next band if they were a Latino cover band? That's right. It's KROQ. K-Rock, Klein Alley Show. How would you like to live forever, or at least live until you're 110 years old? A lot of people say that sounds terrible. Other people go, yeah, that's every move I'm making now in my life is so I can live longer. Want to live a good quality of life, want to live forever. There's multiple now shows that are dropping on Netflix and other streamers about people that have figured out the plan to live forever. It involves blood spinning and transfusions and Mediterranean diets. But all we got to do is ask the old people. That's what we've been doing forever. Just knocking on the door and saying, hey, old people, what's your secret? And the old people are either setting us up for failure by trying to sabotage us, giving us bad intel, or perhaps if we listen to enough old people's secrets, we will learn the secret to longevity. It's time for a brand new, never before heard old people's secret.
From chicken brain to drinking rain, not getting laid, they call me the barmaid.
They call me the barmaid.
That's right. Let's live forever with Sweet Dibbit.
Sweet Dibbit.
Time for some old people secrets.
Allie, we have a Latino grandma that would like to share with us her secret.
You don't.
To a long life. And what is that secret, ma'am? Ma'am?
Hold on.
I'm not helping.
Where is Okay, that's a good secret. Thank you.
What did she say? We'll never know.
This is a woman who turned 104.
You know, to be honest with you, I was mesmerized because I'm watching the YouTube stream, and there's a whole old people secrets intro.
Yeah, I know.
Did you
Justin
guys know
made that. Isn't it cool?
It is cool. Sorry, that's why I was like kind of like not paying attention to
I
you guys.
haven't seen anything that's happening on our YouTube right now, but it's very visually pleasing. It's the production quality through the roof.
Cool.
Yeah, we're going to win some awards. Get ready, Webbies. Here we come. Here is the old people secret we share with you today. Go ahead and lock in your bets once we learn about the woman who's 104.
A Rockford woman celebrates a big birthday. Doris Onken turned 104 today.
Doris Ican is her name. I feel like she says that. I can. No, you can't, Doris. Just sit down. She's 104.
You can't chew that apple. You can't chew anything. I can.
All right, Doris.
Yes,
She's
Doris, I can.
104. It's one of those names. Yeah, we joke, but the Dorises are dying off. Not
Even
a lot
the last name.
Yeah, both.
What is that last name?
There's so many old people whose last names I haven't heard in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, not everyone can be a Johnson like you, Allie. Some of these names go a little bit out there.
A big birthday. Doris Onken turned 104 today. She's a resident at Wesley Willows. Family, friends, and staff gathered for a birthday celebration.
It's always weird, too, when they make all these retirement places sound like the ground that they're going to be in. Like, it's like Shady Grove and
right.
Wesley Willows. Like, I'm going to spend eternity there.
Why is it always a different tree?
Right. Can we make it sound a little bit more fun? But she is 104, and she's having a rager of a party, and she's going to tell us her secret in a moment, but listen.
There were plenty of cupcakes, balloons, and flowers for the birthday girl. Doris spent most of her life in Belvedere with her loving husband, Rod, before they retired to Friendship, Wisconsin.
The whole story.
All that sounds made up. I feel like they checked with her and she was like, my husband's name's Rod.
Yeah.
And we went to Friendship.
I'll write it down. Sounds good.
Okay.
It's all very buzzy.
We asked Doris, what's her secret to a long, healthy life?
Okay, now before she reveals her secret, we don't know a lot about her other than the fact that she used to live in Friendship with her husband, Rod, and she likes cupcakes, and it's her birthday, and she's 104. We never heard her even speak yet, so you're going to have to figure out her secret based on that.
That's so tough.
I know, but as you know, we've never heard the same secret twice, which makes me think that the old people are sabotaging against us and conspiring as well.
I would say try something new every day.
Try something new every day. All right, that's Allie's guess.
That's the I can attitude from Doris.
Omar, what do you believe Doris's secret is to live to 104?
Did it say that she was from Wisconsin there?
Yep. Friendship, Wisconsin.
Okay, so I'm guessing it's going to be cheese.
Yummy.
Eat some cheese.
Wisconsin is so proud of their cheese.
Mm-hmm. And the curds, too.
Yeah. Jake the Nerd?
She's going to say, okay.
And then die.
She's going to say her last name is what she's going to say? All right. Anyone else have any guesses? Any people who work here? Any Latin workers here at KROQ?
All right.
Anyone have a guess?
Vanessa's a Latin worker. Maybe.
All right,
Thank you.
They like watching Wakanda, I guess. Forever.
This is her secret. If you want to live forever, this is what you have to do.
Well, drink your milk. And behave yourself.
Omar Khan said eat cheese. Very close. Drink your milk and behave yourself, according to this old lady, Doris.
Why is that so funny, by the way?
I know.
By the way,
I think their pills just kicked in. At Shady Willows or whatever.
Wait. If you think she got a good reaction for that, just wait till you hear the follow-up. This is like unbelievable. I've never heard a reaction like this to anything funny in the history. This is like Chris Rock in his prime. Listen.
Well, drink your milk. And behave yourself. I always told I lived to this age because I was born on the farm.
I mean, unless milk is not really milk.
And I drank milk directly from a cow.
She drank milk directly from the cow.
From the tap?
I think she went right to the tap.
Oh, man, she would suck the udder?
That's what it sounds like. She said directly from. That's why Rod is such a happy husband.
Directly from a cow. And didn't have to be pasteurized or anything. And by golly, it stuck with me all these years. Oh, man. I'm very happy with her.
Why are they all
Doris
still laughing
also
at
has
her?
a younger sister, Betty, who lives in North Carolina. She's 101.
There you have it.
Always in her sister's shadow.
Drink milk right from the old tap.
It was like she got a really big laugh right away, and then it was like a Jake, like the bit kept going. And it was like, just end it.
You gotta work out tags, man.
That was her pea salad.
Yeah, that was her pea salad bit. Yeah, that's a good point. We got to take a quick break. We'll be back in a second. Speaking of Jake, he's still been journaling, even though he doesn't have to. He's going through some mental health stuff. So
It's good to keep a journal.
We'll take a deep dive into Jake's journal. And we got some good airplane news. If you're traveling anytime in the near future, you'll want to hear this. It'll put you in a good mood for flying again. That's all next.
One of the things that just really shook me was how simple and how powerful it was. Justice sound to me is just so badass and so hard-hitting.
There's like this feeling of wanting to let go. Sometimes you listen to it and you kind of digest what's going on in your life.
It's your only way in to an intimate private KROQ show with Justice.
Hello, we're Justice.
Listen every hour from 9 to 6 to win a pair of tickets to see Justice at a KROQ secret helpful Honda Soundspace pop-up. Instantly get on the standby boarding list for a chance to see him again at KROQ Mile High Club Destination 6. A trip to their show at Red Rocks in Denver, Colorado. Keep listening to win. Courtesy of KROQ and Virgin Music. The helpful Honda Soundspace is driven by your helpful SoCal Honda dealers.
Imagine you hearing that song at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena next September. We'll make that happen for you starting in less than 2 hours this morning on KROQ and all day long and all week long. Oasis tickets. Their first show is happening here in Los Angeles. We will get you in. So on Friday after the show, I got involved in a very strange, high stakes, dangerous, very dangerous.
Involved is a strong word.
Well, inadvertently involved.
You weren't involved.
You know, it's amazing that you are going to S this. You're going to talk S about what happened.
You were sitting in your car.
I'll explain what happened. You tell me how you would have handled it. Because so many people, after I started posting the live coverage I was doing of this police pursuit followed by a complete police standoff in the middle of Beverly Hills, people said, Klein, this is one of those things that would only happen to you. It seems like people goes, this is a story that I would hear you talk about on the radio and would have said, is this a real story or is this made up? But now that I was putting all this evidence of it up, everyone's like, it just seems like it would only happen to me. Has it ever happened to you before you say what a stupid thing that happened?
No, you are somebody who is prone to holdups. You're always being held up for some reason.
Right, yes. And so much so that when I was late to go see my wife on Friday because of this, she goes, there's always a story. And I go, yeah. You're right. There's a story.
There is always a story because you attract it. Somehow.
I'm in the middle of a police standoff where if I got out of my car, they would.
But that's where you exaggerate a little. You were not in the middle of a police standoff.
Well, if the police
were in your car, boxed in by cops.
Yeah, front row seat. That was awesome.
If the police are on one side of me,
you were a good bystander,
and the perps are on the other side of me, and then you got guns drawn going both directions, and I'm in the middle. What do you call that? Am I not in the middle of a police stand?
You weren't in the middle.
No, you were behind the police.
You had a front row seat.
Guys, there was police on both sides, but front and back.
You're a glorified bystander.
The only people between the police were the perps and me. That's it.
And you were too scared to get out of your car and get a better angle.
They wouldn't let me get out of I got reprimanded to get out of my car, and Well, I'll explain what
Were
happened.
the cops there when you arrived at your car?
No. So I am driving down like a stupid idiot. I text my wife. I was going to meet her. She had a doctor's appointment. I said, I'll meet you because it was not far from the radio station. I said, do you need me to get you anything on the way? Which stupid question.
I don't know why you do that to yourself.
She used to say, no, I'm good for a while, and that was great. So I would just ask, get it out of the way. This time she said, oh, you know what I'd love is a matcha latte.
Uh-huh.
I said, stupid matcha latte every time. So I pull over to go get a matcha latte, and I'm driving up, I think I was on Beverly or one of those streets in Beverly Hills, I forget. And all of a sudden, there's two open spots, meter spots. I never see anything like it. Usually, you can't find any parking there. It's the worst. So I pull into the one spot, and I'm looking, and now I've got my car parked. I'm looking for any sort of change so I can throw something in the meter. I think a quarter gets you like 6 seconds or something.
Yeah.
Not a lot. But I just said I just got to throw in 2 quarters because if you don't, you'll get a ticket instantly there. They're like right on top of it. They love giving out tickets. So I put I'm looking for change. I'm bent down. In the time I bend down to look between my seats for change to when I pop up, I then see cop cars come from every direction, like on a full... 2 pull up to the left of me. Some are pulling down the street. They're shutting down. I see them shut down the street in front, shut down the street behind. And I'm going, oh, my God. I think I pulled into an area that had already been cleared for whatever they were about to do. But I didn't realize it. I thought it was an open spot.
Oh, so you think that they somehow got the cars out of the way?
I don't know what happened. I never see that kind of parking, but no one stopped me, or maybe I ignored a cone or something. I don't know. I just pulled right in, and I go, oh, it's a great spot. It's my lucky day. Then, of course, cop cars start circling all around. They start in the thing. All right, get out with your hands up. And I think at first, I don't see any of the car. I just see me. So I'm looking and going, what the hell did I do?
Right. You think that you...
or
I would think at that point, I look like someone who's committed a felony.
I have been pulled over before.
You do
because
look like somebody who's committed an offense.
I drove the same car for a while as a guy that was apparently the leader of the Avenues gangs. And when I used to work and drive around early in the morning in the Los Feliz area, Glendale, whatever... I got pulled over one time, and they explained to me they thought I was in the Avenues gangs.
Cool.
And I said, I wish. How do I get in? So they start doing this, and then I open up my car door to get out, put my hands up, because I thought at the very least this will be a good story.
Oh my God, that would have been so funny. You should have done the thing where you get out for the front window, and then you fall down and your pants come off. That would have been so great. You should have done it for the show.
And as I start to get out of the car, the guy yells at me very loudly, by the way, get back in your car! Get back in your car! Like that. So I get back in my car. And then I see 2 cars up. There is a car that has cops' guns drawn, going up on both sides of me now. Shotguns out, pistols out. No BS, Allie.
They had shotguns?
There's video. Johnny, post some of the footage. I gave Johnny exclusive footage. They're going up and they're circling surrounding this car now. Black car. So
why
clearly,
does that matter?
I'm just letting you know, Beverly Hills racist.
Oh, okay. So got it.
They are circling this car. All I can see is a black car. I don't know what's going on inside of it. I don't see how many people there are.
Was it a nice car?
I couldn't see anything other than the fact
because you were just a bystander.
Yeah, I was. At this point, I was in my car and I decided to do some live coverage, play-by-play of what's happening. But the cops, I mean, it was a serious, this was something that was not like a traffic stop that turned into 3 cops, 4 cops. This was something that clearly they had a plan in place because cops came from every direction at the same time.
So you think somebody was stealing something, or do you know what happened now?
So first of all, they won't let me out of my car. I'm boxed in. They got cop cars next to me. The whole
matcha's
street
getting cold.
The whole street is blocked off. I can't even get out and get the matcha.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered the stupid matcha.
I know, it's probably sitting there getting all disgusting.
So I try to get out a few times. They say, get back in your car. You have to sit in your car. And so I'm sitting in my car. Meanwhile, I see my blinking meter is red blinking, and now all of a sudden on the scene is a meter maid walking up and down.
Still doing the stuff?
Yeah, putting tickets on cars in the middle of a police standoff. And I'm going...
They're like, but you can go ahead, do your job.
And I'm tapping on my window, waving at her, going, I'm here. I'm pointing... I can't get out and put a quarter in there. I'm holding up the quarter to show
She's
her.
holding up the ticket there it is.
Yeah, and I'm like, come on, I'm right here. I go, what? They will do anything to give you the tickets. They don't stop the tickets. So anyway, long and short of it is, they keep me there for about an hour. When we leave the car. they get these
What's
guys.
great is that you missed your wife's doctor's appointment. That would have been boring.
Yeah, it would have been, but I actually somehow made it for the tail end of it, which is the worst part.
Jesus.
I didn't even get to see the disrobing part. The whole reason I was going to go watch
I don't
the
know.
disrobing.
I feel like exaggerating with an hour. I bet you were there 10, 20 minutes.
No, you can look at clock in my car the whole time. But anyway, they got these guys out. 3 guys get pulled out one at a time, handcuffed, walk backwards, the whole thing. And then I finally asked one of the cops, I'm like, hey, I know you guys are in the middle of something. I don't want to be a dick here, but is there any way I can get out of this parking spot? And then the guy was like, hey, you're the KROQ. He knew the voice, listens to the show or something. So thank you, Beverly Hills Police Force, whatever. And I said, hey, can you tell me what happened here? You know, he's like, I was like, it's cool. I won't talk about it on the radio. He's like, all right. So here's what he said. This was a stolen car from San Bernardino. And apparently the guys were doing a bunch of, I don't know if they were like smash and grabs or break-ins around there.
That's kind of what I figure is robbery.
And I think they caught one of the guys in their crew, and that guy ratted out those guys and said their next plan is to do the same thing in like Beverly Hills.
Cool.
So they were like,
intercepting the job?
They were on the lookout for these guys.
Wow.
And they took them down. And it was, I mean.
Is there anything about this story on the news anywhere?
No. No, just right here. That's a very exclusive.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're alive.
Life or death situation.
You had some really peak sitting.
So
peak sitting this weekend.
Just saying, sat in my car.
I mean, there you go. That's it.
Had to listen to KROQ for an hour. It's not easy, guys. Quick break. Back in a second. More show now. Peaks and valleys. That's life for you. You have great moments. You go, man, that was the best Friday night I've had in a long time. And then Saturday, you get some bad news and you're bummed out for a while. And then you get good stuff again. And that's why Jake has been journaling. He was originally forced to do it last year for New Year's resolution, then forced again this year to do it. But he said the other week he wasn't sure if he was depressed or tired or something like that. Or he was sick or depressed. He couldn't figure out which one it was.
I think it's tough to tell the difference right now.
Sometimes, yeah, you just like, something feels off. And you're like, I hope I'm getting sick, because if not, maybe I'm just depressed.
Mm-hmm.
And more people are. I guess more are talking about it. But his journal is his friend. His journal is always going to be there for him. And yes, it would be easy to make fun of Jake for journaling, but people enjoy taking a deep dive into Jake's journal, especially on the days that he's not trying out material.
Oh, my God, yes, and he's just being honest.
Yeah, so I don't know which journal entry we're going to get today, but even though I've officially lost the forced resolutions and will be forced to, what am I doing again? Bleaching my hair and jumping in a cold lake.
Yeah, you have to dress like F and Kevin, so you have to do the bleach tips, and right. I think we're even going to get you
cold tips.
Cold tips.
And you got to talk like F and Kevin too.
Ah, definitely. I can't even do it anymore.
That sounds like a depressed F and Kevin.
Definitely.
Either sick or depressed.
I gotta listen to some old tapes. I'll figure it out. But anyway, I'm not excited about my punishment. Meanwhile, Jake has continued to journal, and he would like to take us deep into his journal right now so that we can learn a little bit about what's going on inside the mind of a Jake the Nerd.
You wouldn't think it, but Burbank is now the hood. I saw in the neighborhood app last week that there was a carjacking just a couple blocks away. Then yesterday I found out my front neighbor's car was stolen from in front of the house. I've never been so happy to have a crappy car. I mean, what's the street value of a 20-year-old car that's missing a hubcap, has a back window that's propped up by a shoddy duct tape job, and paint that's coming off the hood that looks like some sort of automotive alopecia? Not very high, I assume. If someone stole my car, I'd probably feel more sorry for them than I would myself. I think the best anti-theft device is to have a car that looks like you would have to tow it to the chop shop. Anyways, good night, Journal. I love you.
It is interesting because I could see why you drive around, and especially in LA, and you have car envy because it looks like there's just nice cars and nicer cars everywhere you look. But you got to look at the silver lining, and the silver lining there is Jake has a very unstealable car.
Yeah, and it's kind of like the Bay Area mentality where a lot of, millionaires, tech millionaires and stuff that live in San Francisco, they drive just regular ass cars because everyone's cars get broken into there, and they're like, what's the point? I don't want to draw attention.
You hear about these professional athletes that have leveled up, and they're driving the same thing they were driving when they were playing, college ball, not getting paid, and then all of a sudden they get some multi-million-dollar NFL contract, but they're still driving the same car because they're like, it works. I don't have a payment on it.
No, that's not the case with Jake, but...
Jake would definitely level up if given the chance, but currently his car, he feels, is unstealable. Also, your car does kind of look like an undercover cop car from like one of those old movies because you got that maroon color.
That's real undercover.
Real undercover. Yeah. All right.
I think we focus a lot on the fact that Johnny doesn't have a car, and I don't think we focus enough on Jake's actual car because I think that is the sadder story.
Remember, Jake can't even go over speed bumps here in the garage.
Oh, and I had to air up the back tire every 2 weeks. It goes flat.
Every 2 weeks is so often.
God, I wonder
That's not that often. Every 2 weeks.
Jake, you said that you feel like Burbank is now the hood because the car got stolen. What happened? A car got stolen 3 blocks from you? Don't you think
carjacking happened just 2 blocks away.
Right. Don't you feel like a carjacking is happening 2 blocks away from everyone that can hear our voice
I feel like
right
that's
now?
a nice neighborhood.
Yeah. I mean, that seems like that's happening everywhere. You heard this morning, there was a break-in middle of the day yesterday, 3 blocks from me. That's everywhere. That's L.A.
Oh, well.
It's not fun anymore, but I don't think there is such a thing as good area, bad area. I think it's all just the same now.
It's all just ripe for the picking.
Everyone's just taking stuff.
But they're not taking Jake's car.
Do you have any uplifting journal entries you've written recently?
I thought that was uplifting.
Oh, that was your... Oh, okay. All right. In that case...
He is thankful for having a crappy car. I get it.
All right, there you have it. There's your uplifting journal
I've been
entry
there.
from Jake the Nerd right there. Thank you, Jake. Sad news about air travel. Every day a new scary story. We found some actually feel-good airline stories. Just like we bring you good van news, we've got good plane news, and we'll share it with you after Lola Young Messy right here on KROQ. So as a result, people were all freaked out. That's why we had a pilot on with us to do a little breakdown, do some AMA with a pilot who actually informed us that for the most part we're safe, but even once in a while the pilots get scared. And so we decided it would be good to look through deep into the news because, of course, headlines about unsafe planes are going to dominate the stories now. We're addicted. As a culture, we've always been obsessed with plane crashes. Can we find good airplane news? And we believe that we have a collection of good plane news.
Scary situation playing out at the Hollywood Burbank Airport. That is not how that nose cone is supposed to look. A bird hit the nose cone of that Southwest plane today. Big dent right there.
Yikes.
Man. All right. So that one took a turn.
That was not good news. Hold on. I think we have another one here. This is good plane news because people are freaked out about flying, but we found good stories involving airplanes, we think.
Scary situation playing out at the Hollywood Burbank Airport.
We already heard that one. I think it was the same one again. It can't be the same one. We get it.
Scary moments aboard this Delta flight today as a haze filled the plane after taking off in Atlanta. Passengers seen covering their faces. Slides were deployed and first responders helped people deplane.
I mean, these are some of the better stories, by the way. These planes at least all made it down safely.
You know what fascinates me is that it's never something I could have ever thought of.
No.
I'm like, what?
You don't
a
think
bird
about that?
can do that? What?
Yeah,
a mysterious haze?
Right, just randomly haze, and you think, oh, some guy's vaping weed in the bathroom on the airplane.
Yes.
At least then you go, well, I know what that is. That's a smell I'm familiar with. We finally found one good one, though, to wrap it up with, I think. So here we go.
An American Airlines flight traveling from New York to New Delhi was diverted for some security reasons. A source familiar with the situation telling NBC News that the security threat on the flight was a bomb threat.
Oh my God. Damn you.
God. There's just so many bad stories. Again, not something I would have thought of in a long time. A classic bomb threat on an airplane?
That's old school. That goes back to... And I can't figure out why it's all... Because it feels like, Allie, for a while, everyone just goes, yeah, we're okay up in the skies. Now everyone's freaked out about everything. And you
God
can see,
was like, I'm going to mix things up a little.
when I was at the airport recently, you can see everyone's kind of moving around on edge. Everyone feels like they're on edge now, more than they should be. So you've got from dented cones on airplanes
to emergency diverted planes
to this.
Right behind that group of about 7 or 8 people who appear to be involved. There's people yelling in the video. It is just really a chaotic scene, and as you pointed out, just certainly not something you expect to see.
This is people on a Spirit flight. Now, at least that's classic. We're used to that. For a while, Allie, we got used to...
Scary situation playing out at the Hollywood Burbank Airport.
No, not Burbank Airport. We get it.
God, enough with it.
For a while, it was Spirit. That was the one thing we could all have fun. Everyone had fun when it was just making fun of how bad Spirit was.
And I love how she was like, it's the last thing you'd expect to see. I'm like, no, it is actually the first thing I would expect to see at Spirit.
That's the thing we used to get excited about.
You can see fists flying as passengers look to be waiting at their gate to board their flight. You can see the Spirit Airlines wall hanging.
I mean, that's the stuff we used to look forward to. Now it's gotten real scary. Well, anyway, there's what we call good airplane news on KROQ. That should put you in a good mood. And,
maybe next time.
Now there's this.
Kills me not to know this, but...
KROQ. Klein Alley Show. We'll do some takeaways and get out of here. Brandon on the phones at 800-520-1067. What's up, Brandon?
Yeah, with all these plane stuff going on, I think we need Omar in the air.
We got to get Omar back in the skies. So when Omar was flying around,
everything was fine.
None of this was happening. The reason Captain Khan did agree to go fly and land a plane was because we were sharing a story of, and this was before everything was crashing, so it was much funnier, but a guy had a heart attack, a pilot had a heart attack, and then a regular passenger, I think, landed the plane. Or so it was crazy. And Omar's like, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
It couldn't be that hard.
And so we said, all right, let's prove it then. And a week later, a listener called that had a plane and said Omar could land it.
Fullerton Airport, baby.
And Omar did land that plane directly into a Smartin final. It was a beautiful story.
Twice.
Let's get into your takeaways from today's show, then we'll wrap it up. Look forward to seeing any of you who are heading over to KROQ now for the little Lumineers show and lunch. That'll be a good time. If you want to win from KROQ, experience all them feels. Nicole Alvarez, in 20 minutes, we'll have another spot for you on the standby boarding list and more access so you can see Justice at KROQ Private Show next week. All right, takeaways from today's show. What we got?
All right, a 714, my takeaway is if you're on the road, you got to bang.
Got to bang on the road.
818,
no choice.
That's true. 818, my takeaway is criminals can't get away if you yell, citizens arrest. They have to stay.
That was very close. Yesterday was the closest I ever came to a legitimate citizen's arrest.
To a legitimately interesting story.
I was so close to a good story. God damn. One of these days I'll get there.
310, my takeaway is the cooking utensils at Benihana's sound like Speedy Gonzalez.
Allie's newest impression of utensils. Well, not people, but utensils.
714, my takeaway is, did you say brown bag? 626, my takeaway is the worst type of death is the brazen bull.
Brazen bull.
And 562, my takeaway is having a crappy car is great news.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you should listen to more of the show. We appreciate you listening live. If you can on KROQ, you can also watch the live stream. And after we're done doing the show every day, if you're curious as to what it looked like or what actual faces we made at each other as things were happening, you can go to KROQ's YouTube and check out the show after the fact. Had about a week off for technical glitches, and now we're back up and running. So thanks for the support. Jake, you got a takeaway?
Yeah, I'm afraid I might have terminal boobykins.
Terminal boobykins.
That was my takeaway.
The worst type of boobykins.
Did you say takeaway? It works for everything.
Al, you have a takeaway?
My takeaway is drink milk.
Drink milk. That'll keep you alive forever. All right, have a great day. We'll do it tomorrow. Try to do it better. Stick around. 40 minutes nonstop. KROQ starts next.
Klein Alley Show. The world famous KROQ. KROQ.
Wow.
Right.
I mean, what?